Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. We're seeing North American stock futures pointing to the downside once again this morning as we get some data coming in as far as economies reopening in the U.S. Some certain states in the U.S. showing spikes in cases of COVID-19. So a little bit of caution returning to the markets overall this morning. I think we also got obviously the U.S. Federal Reserve out yesterday holding interest rates near zero. No change to plans as far as stimulus is concerned. Stocks that stand to benefit the most from economies reopening, leading the move to the downside. Once again today, we saw some of the travel companies yesterday in negative territory to start. They are all back to the downside. Once again, airlines, cruise lines, even the hotels, casino operators, all in negative territory. So lots to look at on that. And Grubhub shares to the upside this morning. Takeaway, Just Eat Takeaway over in the UK, finalizing a $7 billion deal, all stock deal for Grubhub. We were talking about that one a little bit last week. Hertz Global back on watch again this morning. They announced yesterday they will appeal a delisting notice from the NYSE. So lots of volume once again this morning in the pre-market for Hertz Global. All those little tiny Chinese stocks that were going crazy yesterday back on watch this morning as well. We got U.S. initial jobless claims numbers out this morning for last week. An additional 1.5 million claims filed last week. Continuing claims, a little worse than expected, 20.9 million on the continuing claims number. Busy day to go, lots to get to this morning. It is Thursday, June 11th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. There we go, guys. We'll look at the Asian market from overnight. Yeah, pretty negative right across the board here. You can see Australia leading the way to the downside there. 5% move for the Australian market. Everything else well in negative territory as well. Let's go over to Europe and have a look at how things are shaping up. Pretty red here too, top to bottom. Yeah, it looks like Italy leading the way there. 3.8%. Spain as well. 3.8% to the downside. Let's shift over to North America. See how futures are shaping up. Pretty negative here as well, right across the board. I want to direct your attention to the bottom there. 7% move to the downside for crude oil this morning. Pretty negative for energy stocks as a result. Obviously, little tiny move up in gold there, about 1% to the upside. But here we go, guys. Back to the downside. We've had a nice week and a half move, I guess, to the upside for the markets, led primarily by these stocks that are going to benefit the most by economies reopening, that are all back to the downside. So some concern still, I guess.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I think, the market's felt overheated for a lot of people for a while now, and adding to the sell-off that's been happening in some of these high-flying names, small caps are going all over the place. You're now seeing some of the bigger names come through, especially in the travel industry, and then you get those cruise lines as well are coming back in, and we've sort of been telling the story about like your Hertz and your Luckins, and now this is just sort of expanding. I think there's going to be a lot to watch today. You're going to want to stick to those names that have been highly volatile before. There are a couple of new ones on the board today. Already have a position in Hertz. There was a big iceberg that was at 186 in the pre-market that couldn't break. It finally broke. I was able to get some 182s, down out some of it in the low 170s. I think similar story on Hertz today. If it's below $2, I'm probably going to still be shorting it. But there's a wealth of names that you can short today, Sean.
Yeah, we're already cashing in right now. As you guys can see here, we shorted CCL. Oh, this is the daily chart. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys right here. No, it's not working, my charts. But we are short here. CCL, we're getting out right now. We did short here at 17.49. Let's just go back to Brendan. I have to figure out what's going on. These charts are not working today.
Yeah, lots to get to this morning, guys. We have obviously travel names, as we mentioned. Grubhub will show you that chart in a second here. First, let's go over to the desk and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone. Guys, I wish you a great trading day, and we're here as usual to make it even better. Sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat, and subscribe to our channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. And guys, please smash the like button. Your support is so important to us. By the way, shout out to Enrique for the super chat for the coffee. Thank you very much, Enrique. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
All right, guys, before we get going here, let's have a look at what is coming up throughout the day today and this afternoon, in fact, as well. Yeah, lots to get to today. We have Premier coming up right at the end of the show. Opening auction education video over on Market Wisdom at 1 p.m. Yeah, we're going to have the Cabin Network CEO, David Lukic, on to talk about Cabin Network. Should be a good one. Join us at 1 p.m. for that. Let's jump into what is moving around this morning in the pre-market. I want to talk about Grubhub here, guys. First off, I mean, already coming in a little bit. We're still up 6.5%, I guess. The news out after market yesterday, $7 billion all stock deal. Takeaway, Just Eat Takeaway over in the UK. This one being faded, it looks like already, guys.
Yeah, it's sort of worth mentioning, of course, if it's an all-stock deal, it's going to get priced to Just Eat. And unless you're going to look at it on the pink sheets, that's trading over in London on the LSE. So I'd watch out also when the market closes there at 11:30. I'll look for Grubhub maybe to settle down just a little bit in terms of price action. But you talked about it coming in a little bit. I was just looking at a couple of support areas, 61.50, the first one for me that I'm looking at. But levels don't matter too much when you're talking about an all-stock deal unless they're in the acquiring company. And I think because I'm not going to be trading Just Eat, Grubhub, if there's any kind of a break to the downside that's heavy through that 61.50, I might look to pick some up. A lot of times you get a big flush in a deal and it makes a nice little base for you to buy at 10.15 after the opening rush. So something like that's probably going to be in play for me. Otherwise, not too interested in heavily trading this name today.
I'm going to be looking at Gruber. There you go. Grubhub and Uber. Actually, that would have been a good name there for that company, Gruber.
Ellie Gruber.
Anyways, that's not happening. It's Just Eat now. Okay, those are the charts. I reloaded them, and now they're okay. This is where we're short here. Carnival, 1750. We took some out in the 40s, now the 20s, now the 10s. So big short on still now. More than half the trade. We still have that on, so we're going to watch that. Okay, I just want to talk about Uber because we're talking about Grubhub. Uber's breaking through $32 now. I love that level. $32 on Uber. There's no way to see it here unless you go over to a day chart. So let's do that real quickly here. Nice little fall here on Uber, back downside. So the 50-period moving average is at 31.5. We'll just wait to see here. This is 32. It's kind of bunched up right here. I don't know if it's going to be a huge trade if it breaks it, but I will be short when we do break 32 on Uber coming into the day. But before we go anywhere, Brendan, back to you. I just want to check quickly here. Look what's happening, guys. I know a lot of you look at the imbalance locator. And on today's show, coming up actually after the show, why don't we look at this right now? Just to let you guys know, opening auction educational video coming up, and that will be we'll be answering questions live on the premiere at 12 o'clock, and then Cabin CEO coming through afterwards. So that is what we have on board. And this is the opening auction right here, guys. This is why it's important to have a quick look at what we're talking about here. Hertz, I know Neil's short. I'm short right now as well. Ford, GE, a Norwegian, Delta, my boy Carnival's here, our boy Nio is here, everything, some banks are in the building. I've been destroying Macy's lately. You guys know about that. That's a big short. The idea right here is I don't see any bids here, Brendan, so let's get going on some of these shorts.
Yeah, sell side imbalances as far as the eye can see. Let's go to travel companies. You mentioned one there, Sean. I want to talk about Delta here. They came out this morning saying they're going to seek concessions from certain lenders when it comes to staying in compliance with debt requirements. So Delta, I mean, all of the airlines in negative territory. You were talking about some of the cruise lines there also moving to the downside. 17% here already for Delta. We're all the way back to 26. This thing was at 31 yesterday.
Yeah. The only levels I'm looking at, because everything's blown out to the downside on most of these stocks, is you can find some possible support. A couple of dollars down from here on Delta, 24.30 range, I think is going to be the best bet. Otherwise, you're looking to maybe short some pops here. I think that was working in the pre-market at least, and volume's going to be good. So first stop upside would be about that 27 mark on Delta specifically. I think you look at some of the other names there as well, American Airlines. That's been a better short for me. Usually than Delta. You do see Delta down more. And American, you're looking at $15, the first level to test on any kind of a retrace. So a couple of names on some pullbacks. Otherwise, just find some support if you're already short. Stick with the trend till it's gone. In this kind of a market, I think there's going to be no shortage of opportunities. But we've seen those opening reversals at times, and you don't want to get too far away from those opportunities. If you like a short and you get a pop at 9:30, you want to have a level that you're comfortable shorting in front of.
Yeah, I'm going to go short AAL here on a 1450 break. This again is a daily chart here, 1350 right here. The momentum's definitely coming down to the downside here, so we will be shorting. And here it is. This is the bottom, 1450, 14 and change down to the bottom here. I did want to give a shout out to Joanna here because, first of all, it's her last day tomorrow. We're going to miss you. That should be obvious enough. Production assistant. But she got the watch list today in her promotions tab. So why? Thank you, Mark. Ooh, a little fan action here. For some reason, the AC in the building is not. There's Mark. You can see him a little bit on camera there, but thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you for that fan. But no, what I was getting at there before we got sidetracked, but thank you. That is nice. Wow. Now I feel like Beyonce up in here. Got a nice little fan here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Gino there. Gino Fast. Okay, let's get back on focus here. I have no idea what I'm saying. Oh yeah, Joanna. Thank you so much for everything that you've done, but also that the emails, if you are using Gmail and not getting it, our watch list, maybe check your promotions tab. That's basically all I wanted to say. And short AAL 1450. All right.
All right, Sean needs some longer hair, I think, for his fan. Let's go to some of these small caps, guys. We had a whole bunch of little teeny tiny China-based companies going crazy over the past couple of days, getting the Robinhood effect. This JFIN, just an epic collapse in the afternoon. There was that DUO was another one, went all the way up to 150 and back down to $6, I think. Just absolutely crazy action. There's another one today, HHT, moving around in the pre-market. But I want to talk about this JFIN here, JFIN on the NASDAQ, down about 10% this morning. We're below some significant levels from yesterday in the afternoon. I mean, this thing was $29.50 at the open yesterday. We're trading at $5.50 today.
Yeah, you know what? Forget about
Seems like a deal.
Forget about some of those levels because, I mean, it was just parabolic moves. So that you can forget about everything about above that 13, 14 range. But certainly have a look at $8, have a look at $8.80, and if there's any kind of a secondary pop there. But I'm also eyeballing $6.60 to $6.80 range near the top. If we blow through $5 again, I think we'll take a shot there. Yesterday, we didn't have locates on JFIN. Today, we have the ability to go short in this name, so we can certainly have a good look at that one there. And thank you again for another super chat there. J401. Getting some interesting names on there. We do enjoy those and appreciate that. I know Valeria likes to put some more sugar in her coffee, so that'll definitely help out with that. I only have Hertz on. It's about 10 cents in the money right now, but a JFIN, I am looking on a pullback into that sort of $6 range, maybe to take a short in front of that 7 area. Otherwise, a retake of 5 at the open could be a nice little short there. I
think just caution needed here on those guys. The floats are teeny tiny. The short interest is very, very high. So tread lightly if you are going on the short side on any of these Chinese stocks today. Let's talk about Apple here, guys. Interesting look for Apple moving to the downside for the first time in 3 or 4 sessions here in the pre-market. Bank of America out this morning upping their price target for Apple to $390, which is the highest price target on the street at the moment, and also reiterated their buy rating on Apple here. So we're already kind of creeping back up towards these pre-market highs around that 348, 349 area.
Yeah, I know Brendan, I mentioned going short 345.50 there. I did like that trade. But right now, the market's still down. Wow, 2.5%. Nice move down to the downside. But that upgrade is nice. And Apple's just been cruising around all-time highs. Yesterday, it was an all-time high, 353. I don't know if it got to 354 or not. But we can check that right here. Right now, I like it taking out the top here, man. 349, maybe even wait for a 350 bounce again. I'm not going to be going long anything off the open, though. I do want to see the futures start to retrace itself back through. But for right now, yeah, why not? Yeah, here's that high yesterday. 354, almost 355, 354, 75 or so. The bottom, this is that kind of these levels I was talking about. Down here is that 344, 346.50. A breakdown there puts us negative on the day. That's where we started yesterday. I mean, we're going to be negative anyways, but that's where we started yesterday, 346. So watch a 346.50 break if you do like it to the downside. Right now, we are celebrating Hertz short. We have that short. You guys know about that one, 180 there. And then we have CCL short 1750 right now as well. But I like Apple. I would rather trade it long if I can, but I am favored short with the market just down a small 2.6%.
All right, guys, let's talk about Unilever here. They came out this morning and announced they're going to combine their Dutch unit and their British unit into one company. So no downsizing, no job losses, no anything like that. Just combining the two units into one company that's going to be based in the UK. The reason I bring this up is because this thing's done a significant volume in the pre-market for Unilever. Typically barely trades in the pre-market, and you can see decent volume here for UL today, guys.
Yeah, I mean, UL, UN, both of those symbols. Just make sure you know which one you want to be trading here. Like Unilever, for me, it's not usually a trade like you mentioned there, Brendan. But I think when you look at what's happening in the pre-market, 160,000, and there aren't many names that are actually up on the day. So if you want to be bullish in something, you like to have some ideas there. Sean talking a little bit about Apple, Unilever. Through 55 at some point could be an interesting little breakout, but support down at 53 as well. So maybe something worth buying on a dip. I just have to go back over quickly. Sorry to jump over here. But Hertz is continuing its move to the downside. It just broke 170. I'm going to take some out here at 162. Been getting out all the way, but after that floodgate opened up at 170, we're going to get a bunch out in front of 150. Last couple of times, Hertz has been a great short. There's been a bounce before the market opens, and I want to have taken some profits so that I can engage in that bounce to the short side again a little more aggressively instead of just sitting there holding and having too many shares that I didn't get out of at the bottom. So I'm going to start getting out of a few more shares of Hertz. 182 short, 150 would be that sort of target. I'll probably have it all out, then look for a re-entry point on Hertz. Are we going back to Brendan?
Sure. Yeah, we can come back to me. Why not? Let's talk about Tesla, guys. Back on watch this morning. The company got Chinese approval for their Model 3 batteries to be cobalt-free batteries starting as of next month, I believe the date was. Tesla to the downside with the overall market here today, obviously. Got above that 1,000 mark for the first time yesterday. We're back below it today, guys. What do we do with Tesla?
I honestly think we try it again. I mean, yesterday Tesla was, unfortunately we don't have the transactions yesterday, but those of you that were watching the show know that Neil and I were both on that. I had about 6 or 7 trades up in that 998 range, and then we went long 1,000. We were able to get it out. 1,008 was our best spot before just watching it rip. And I made a point in the afternoon. I made a post. It was like, Tesla's just a beast, and that's the end of that story. And that's what happened, man. Up to 1,027. We talked about it. People were tweeting at me the last couple weeks, where's Tesla going? I said, well, it's going to 1,000. And so that happened. So you're welcome for that one. Wasn't a hard prediction, but do we go back? I mean, look, if we retrace back down, man, we saw what Tesla can do. I love the stock, and I'm a big time holder of it, and think that we can go long time in this name. But look what it can do when the market doesn't fall out of favor on basically all these high flying tech stocks. We know this thing can fall. So I'm actually looking for it to, you have a top here of 950. That's where we started to get going last time. We could fall back down to 950. 960 is right here as well. Don't think that just because it's at 990 that it can't just easily fall. But at the same time, we can easily just start to go back on the upside now. If these futures can turn around, you're down 3.5%. The market's down 2.5%. Was actually expecting Tesla to be down more as its beta is higher than the market. So very surprised at this. I actually don't mind a breakout of this level, 993, 994. But yeah, you do have to be somewhat bullish that this market can recover a little bit, which it's always done in the last couple, I'd say the last month. So let's just wait to see here what it does today. But Tesla long, I don't think you can be in trouble for at least $10 here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for me if the market does a bit of a secondary flush off of the open. It's going to be hard to resist 985 to the short side. If you do take that short, I think you have to give it to at least 995. If you're not risking the $10, there's no way you can get the reward to the downside there. So I'll have a quick look at that. But if the market bounces here, like Sean said, just rinse and repeat. If it breaks 100 and the market gets any kind of a bounce, Tesla has held up relatively, well through most of the dips. So I think we have a shot here to maybe take that 100 again. But if you take a short, just make sure you have that out there and give it enough room so you can benefit.
Decent sized downtick here this morning, guys, for Disney. They're set to begin a phased reopening of Disneyland out in California starting in July. The plan for the reopening, though, still has to be approved by state officials. Obviously, that will happen. But is this a little bit too much here, guys? 4.5% for Disney?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's about right just because of the run that it's been on. Is it too much? Maybe. Remember, this stock was down to $80 not too long ago. So you did have Disney bumped all the way back up here to 123 and change. We don't need to look at any levels yesterday. You do come all the way back down. We have to just keep looking at daily charts here, guys, because we haven't been down here since about a week or so ago. And look, this is where we all started. So 116.25 right here, a nice little level. I wrote down Disney 115 break actually is a little bit better than this 116, but right now 116 is pushing. So I don't mind a 116 break on a daily chart for Disney. So no, I do not think this is too overdone. Our people still have to get there. They still have to take the planes. They still have to organize themselves. And with COVID, more cases popping up right now in the US. And look, Neil said it already off the top, and I've been saying it now for a week. The market's too overheated. I bought some SPXU yesterday. I know, Eric, if you're watching Eric Meadows there, you like to trade some of these names as well on this. I bought that. This is an inverted market, so if you think the market's going down, you buy the SPXU, and you get a little run up. Yesterday, I bought some at close at 11.01, so we're back up to 12.03 today, and this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm averaged in. It's not been a good trade, but this is what we're talking about. This is that chaos here in March. So if you are looking to go long something today that's not that expensive, you can go long SPXU right here, and it's an ETF. Do your research on it, but as the market falls, this name will go up. So that's what I like, and I think Disney is falling right into this trap here of just being overbought.
Yeah, I think if it goes any further, 113.50 on that break, Sean, could be a level of support potentially, and then 110 from there. So to the downside, certainly some things you can look at for if you're looking to buy dips anyways on Disney, if you're swinging or something along those lines. So let's look for those levels. If 116 is going to break, Disney looks like a good short as well.
All right, guys, a couple more names to get through here this morning. First off, let's have a look at what is coming up after the show today. Guys, can I go ahead and hit that? Let's try it again. There we go. Yeah. 12:01 today, guys. We're going to have an education video premiering over on Market Wisdom on open auctions. We see it every day. Sean shows you the imbalance locator in pre-market this morning. So join us for that at 12:01 over on Market Wisdom. Yeah. Then at 1 p.m., Cabin Network CEO David Lukic coming up to tell us all about Cabin Network. So that's going to be pretty exciting. 1 p.m. for that. Let's keep going here, guys. Tailored Brands back on watch. We talked about this a couple days ago. They officially came out and said they are going to have to declare bankruptcy if sales continue to decline. Now, the rumors that we were talking about on Monday basically stated that this was imminent and coming as soon as yesterday. So a little bit of positivity possibly in the sense that there's still that if statement in there, guys, for Tailored Brands.
It's almost as if it doesn't change a heck of a lot from yesterday's price action. You sort of got a spike in the aftermarket, but then you look strong base at 120, if you want to call that strong. Pretty much the entire afternoon, and we're basically holding above that price. So, until 120 goes, I think I'll probably stay away from any aggressive shorting in Tailored. If it pops up to like a 150 area, just looking at the post market, then also looking back a couple of sessions ago, struggling to get to that high. Yeah, I think at that point I'd look to short something in front of 150. In the middle of that range, 120 to 150, not touching it. I'm not a huge fan of going long here, so it's either a 120 break short on Tailored, or it's a short on a pop into 150. Not going to be looking long. I guess potentially a 150 breakout could change my mind, but I'm not betting on that happening today.
349. Yeah, I was just looking here at Apple. Again, yeah, Tailored Brands, good look there. Okay, this is back to the daily chart. So Apple here makes that move. We did talk about going long through 348. It's too early for me to make any moves now on this name, but now we're going to look at 349 as a possible pivot spot from yesterday on a 12-minute chart. So we'll wait for 349 here on Apple to break. And right now, like Neil mentioned, though, we got out of some of that Hertz. That's going back to the upside now. So here goes Hertz. We got to watch out. So we just got out there. I didn't want to hold it through 190, the half of the trade. So we're flat now on that name. So Hertz going back to the upside. Look for a short, though. I think, did we have to pay for shorts today? No, okay. I was going to say, because I didn't, and I got shorts.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay, we did. Oh, we did have to. Okay, so, and now here we go. Watch out for Hertz there. Thank you, Lousy Gamer, for that $5 Singapore dollars. Very lucky guy being able to chill out in Singapore. However, it was 32 degrees Celsius here yesterday in Toronto, followed by thunderstorms last night, so that was kind of fun. The kids like that. Well, they were in bed. 188 here, backside Hertz. Let's wait to short that if it does come back through. We are now flat on this name, and we just got flat on CCL as well. So let's wait to see now how this market opens back up with only 5 minutes to go, guys. It should be a fun one. Needless to say, we called yesterday that would be chaos off the open, and get ready for something today as well, as a lot of these stocks retracing back. So people are going to be caught short down here, Brendan.
All right, guys, we'll talk about Moderna, mRNA, not a small cap, but worth mentioning, I think, news in the pre-market here on Moderna. July start for their final phase 3 human study for their COVID-19 vaccine. So big pop here you can see in the pre-market on that news. This is 63. We got above 63, came right back below. Consolidating below this. Obviously positive news on the grand scale, but consolidating below this 63 level, gets above that, starts to run, might give you a long. Otherwise, going to be looking at Moderna, guys, mRNA to the downside today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Moderna is going to be worth a look there. I'm also watching this JFIN. Remember, we talked about this one just a few minutes ago. Potentially 7 even, a decent level to the upside there. 8 is a significant one as well. 880, I think, I'm looking at as well on my board. But it's holding right now off the open. It seems like it wants to reject this price, 770. It's done it a couple of times here. So I was looking at a retake of 5 even. At this point now, I might look to see if I can't short 6. Just keep in mind, guys, very, very small float. Watch how far you cross deeply with your orders, because it should have some volatility and there could be some crazy price action. You don't want to get a horrible price. I reloaded on Hertz, said we'd get out just about everything. I took everything but 20%, and I've gotten back in a couple of times, first at our original price and then again at 94. So I got 188 with a 2 even stop going into the open. I wanted to make sure that if it did this pop, I could have a chance to reload there. But if it breaks 2, I will reassess Hertz and then try to get back in. With about 3 minutes to go, we have not talked about Genius Brands. I did make one trade in Genius to the short side on a 290 break here, but that was a decent win. I then had to take out a third of that for a little small hit there. So we're going to still end up on Genius, but thankfully we did get out. It is now moving to the upside, guys. The level I'm watching is going to be 350 here, and then ultimate top at 380. If that gets taken off, there's no way I'll be shorted anymore. But if it rolls at 350 and consolidates, I'll be looking to short it around that price on Genius Brand. So it's down 28%. SSR, do watch out.
349, 349, 15 here. We're just going to take a very, very small position on Apple, as it's going to break 349 right now. This is not, I'm more taking it so I can watch the trade. It's just going to be a small position on Apple if it does break 349. If it breaks it during the market, hopefully we'll be able to take it a little bit more. I noticed yesterday I had like 7 positions right off the open, so I don't want to take that many here today. So what I'm waiting for now is CCL back through 1750. We're waiting for, just to give you guys a breakdown, Hertz back through a 180 again, and then we'll wait for American Airlines. Let's check on that one. AAL, we do like this one short again, but now it's all the way up back here. So VWAP down here, 1475. Don't mind that short as well, but with only 2 minutes and a bit to go, I'm obviously leaning to the short side here. I mean, the market's battled its way back. I will be trying to pick up some longs. Some people did talk about Nikola though, 55, 56. It did bounce. Yeah, 55 was a bounce spot there, and we'll wait to see. I don't want to go short, but if you are long right now, you might want to use 54. I mean, it's 54.50, but you want to give it a little more room, maybe 53 or so as a bottom on Nikola if you want to take out the top here at 58 and change. I can blame you if you want to go long this beast, but only 2 minutes to go, guys.
Yeah, with just 2 minutes to go, you mentioned American Airlines. A couple of times it's tested 15. That's the first level I'm watching here. So, you know, in addition to bottom breaks, you have to have some levels to the upside, just as I see the futures bouncing in the ES, the S&P 500 off of 3,100 a little bit. So, yeah, we're down 2%. Those opening moves can be big. Why? Because you got that opening auction, and we'll be talking about that one when that video gets released today. It should be a good one. One name that we did not actually talk about, I think, well, I don't know if we did, but anyone that's watching, if you happen to be watching Groupon, you're like, WTF, what is going on there? Look, it's just a reverse split. Do not freak out. So our charts will show it incorrectly at times on a daily chart, but it's a 20-to-1 reverse split on that name. IMRN is another big mover. It's down 27%. I was going to be watching this one heavily because of the move, but 71,000 pre-market. So that's only something I will watch after the first 5 or 10 minutes when opening range gets put in. I expected a little bit more action on IMRN in the pre-market. HHT, however, just rolled up to 125. So if it tests this level and fails, I'll be looking to go short off of 125, probably somewhere in the teens on the way down. A one even break, I want to make sure I'm exposed to that at least a little bit on this name today. It's up 116%, so do watch out. A stop would be at 125 if it rolls over. So looking to short that in the teens, get out 125. 30 seconds to go here, Sean. I feel like too many names I'm watching already.
Yeah, I mean, we already missed CCL, already broke down through here. So we'll take a little bit short if we can get it now, but we missed CCL on the short side. But yeah, we're going to take Apple. We're going to take a bunch of things long here. Let's just wait to see. Oh, not long, but we'll wait to see one way or the other. Macy's, Apple, Disney as well. NIO on the look. CCL just keeps going down. We got out of CCL, boo. And now it just tanks down on us. So let's wait to see what's happening right now, guys. With
the
only
countdown's 3, 2, 1. Valeria, ring that bell. Market is open. One of the things I think we should have talked about XSP. I don't know if you mentioned this one, Brendan. Another sort of reverse split. I was looking to short this one off of 550. It just broke 5 even again, but hurt me. So we got 194 on a reload there. That's already heading to the downside for us. So the only trade I got on is Hertz. Just took some out there at 81s. Look, bottom is 160. I'll probably be out again. A bunch of shares in front of it if I can, and then looking to reload in front of 2. That's going to be a rinse and repeat type of idea here on Hertz. Is once again just falling right off the open.
Yeah, we're already monstrous right now. We took Apple. Look at this bottom pick on Apple, guys. 348.40. We take it out, and we get some out here for dollar plus winner. So big trade here happening right now on Apple. Long 348.40 right now. Let's see the market falling down, though. We might want to decide to get out of some of this one. But Apple right now, bang, just going up to the upside here. So big trade there on Apple. Nice little 70-cent plus win. We'll get out if it drops down below 347 right now. We do also have Hertz short. Neil just talked about that one breaking. So we're short right now at 182. Let's see how the damage that one can do. And American, we got into a little short here, breaking through 1450. The big disappointment here is CCL, because we did have you short CCL, and then we had to give you up because you did break in the pre-market. Pie on my face on that one, guys. But let's just see how far Apple can go. Monster winner. $1.80 now, $1.90. Apple, we're long 348.40. So here we go. Yeah, baby. Apple to the moon right now. Bang that one out. Nice little $1.50. If it breaks through $50, we're laughing. Apple moonshot right here. Break 350, baby. Let's go.
And here comes AAL back to 15. I took it on the way down at 1462, but that 15 level we got to watch. Disney popping to the upside, rejecting 118. So file that one away. 118 break to the upside on Disney. If it takes that one out, we're going to look for long, maybe a little bit later on. But I'm going to dig in to American Airlines right now in front of 15, even that short. I just was able to add at 1479. Look, 15's a hard stop for me. Brendan, what do you got, buddy?
First halt of the day award goes to HHT, guys. 134% now. Just broke 130 on a huge volume spike there. So volatility halt for HHT, guys.
And GNUS just made its move to the upside, but it's trying to hold this pre-market level here at about 380. So watch out, Genius Brands. Once again, it makes a little bit of a pop. I'm going to look to see if we can't take a little something. This feels like it's a quick overbought situation where I might jump in front of 380. I'll short it in the mid-60s. We'll see if it can't get back below 350 for a big win. And then 380 will be my out, guys. Hard stop at 380 on Genius Brands.
Yeah, look at Apple, guys. Monster win right now. We are long right now. 348.40, and I told you we'd take some risk once it did open up, and we don't even have to take 349s. We took it early. Now we have it again, and look at this thing. Just ripping upside now. So Apple, nothing but upside right now. That's our big trade. We are short again right now. 180 on Hertz, so let's give that some room. We just take the short right here. We'll give that some room to the upside. We did get out before. Maybe we just give it to $2 this time, but right now, Apple cruising for a bruising to the upside right now. American is just hanging out here. We got to give it to this 15 break. I got out too early last time we traded this name, so let's see if we can't give this one some room, guys. American to the upside.
Absolutely, and I did load into this Genius Brands. 365 is my price. I'm looking for it to go back below 350 here. There is a bit of a pullback happening on Hertz, guys. So by pullback, I mean a bounce. I guess too used to saying pullback, but we got out some at 174. I'm going to look to reload in the 190 to 194 range, what we got before. But GNUS now heading big time southbound. We got the break. 350 that we were looking for. We loaded into this one at 365. We mentioned to you it felt like it was overbought coming off the open. It was consolidation at 25 before. So that means I'm going to take a bunch of shares out down here, make sure I have at least half out, grab that quick 30-cent win, 10%, however you want to measure it. Actually check that 40-cent win on a bunch of these shares. Next stop would be 3 even, but also watch out. Genius Brands could halt on a move down this rapidly. So watch out at the open. Once you're after 5 minutes, a volatility halt could come into play, but that would be a downward halt, and that'd be good because we're short.
Yep, exactly. And Macy's right now to the upside as well, 725. Was not expecting that. I actually waited for 690 to come. We talked about this would be a crazy open, and I think that's exactly what it has been. Thank you guys for joining us once again today. We'll continue to look at Macy's. I still like this 690 bottom. I guess I could cancel that order. That's not coming anytime soon. A lot of these stocks that were beat down in the pre-market are coming back to life, guys, including Hertz, looking like it's going to break through $2. And when that does, our 180 will be out. Yeah, so that one's going to fall down today. And yeah, the only thing that's really moving upside for me is Apple. And good thing we did some out there at that 350 mark. It is now fading back down as the future's trying to figure out what it wants to do. We still have the bottom here on Apple. So there goes Hertz again, breaking back above $2. So anybody short on that one would have took that L. So we'll wait to see what happens on the down. I can't believe we got one.
Yeah, I'm gonna flush it. I reloaded at 98 there, 97, 97. Checked out on Hertz and then got immediately out once we did. Macy's is making a bump up too here, guys. So Macy's on the move to the upside. I was watching a pullback, hopefully into about a 750 range because I'm going to be shorting Macy's at 750 or at least in front of 750 when it gets there. Only position I have left on after the Hertz bounce up is going to be GNUS. Anticipated that there would be some chop there at 325. That's exactly what's happening now. So, that prediction seems like it's going to be good. That's why you take some shares off. I'll give it one shot to reload in front of that 380, try to pick up some 365 again. But if it doesn't go down below 325 at some point, gonna have to watch out for that top break at 380. Brendan, what do you got?
Guys, here we go. Moderna mRNA just about to take out that pre-market spike up there. 64.50 about to be taken out. Huge buy volume coming in on mRNA, guys.
And JFIN halted to the downside. So yes, it broke 6 even, but you can't catch a break trade if it basically puts in a halt the second it tips below that price. The 931 JFIN is halted, so we'll have to make sure it is a volatility halt, but it was right at the open, so it could be a little bit of something else. We'll check into that one for you, but JFIN, no dice because we halted instantly there.
JFIN, another one there. Okay. We're going to wait to see here on AAL. We just take a little bit more short on this move upside, but it looks like a lot of these beatdown stocks want to do exactly that, and that's head higher today, including CCL here, back to 1794.95. I was going to go long if we did break this high of 1810 right here, so we're going to wait to see if that can come through. I'd rather it not break because I am short AAL right now. AAL short through 1825. Here it goes. It's going to go through 1825. We're going to get blown out of that one. The only one moving for us properly here apparently is Apple. So that's a nice little winner for us right now. We're still cashing in on some CCL. We're waiting for that to move. Macy's, I was waiting for that to come back down. But again, a lot of these stocks just seem to want to go higher right now. So let's just kind of wait and see. Yeah. Like that. That's what I was saying before.
John, I'm in patient mode after getting out of AAL. I just jumped to save here, and I'm looking at that 1740 pre-market top. I like that level. I had it written down already. If it fails there, maybe a rollover, but what a break to the upside. Save just went $2.50 here from the bottom. Brendan, you got something for us?
Guys, a name that's been a little bit sleepy over the past couple of sessions, but was in play last week. Play here, Dave & Buster's. Volume big today, back to the upside. A lot of people might be using this as a buying opportunity, I think, for this gap down this morning. A lot of new viewers joining us this morning. If it's your first time, welcome. We do this every single day the market is open. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, guys. We'd love to notify you when we come on. Back to you guys.
Attaboy, Daryl. You went long save at 17. That's a great break there for you on save. Of course, Spirit Airlines. I just sort of mentioned that 1750 level. I mean, for me, if I was scalping, I'd certainly be getting at least something out in front of it. But man, if we take that out, what a run we had right off of the open. The corner of my eye, I am, of course, still watching JFIN. I want to see what happens when it reopens. But I want to quickly jump you guys back to GNUS, Genius Brands. I am still short at 63 here, 363. I'm looking for a retest of that level. The market's starting to come back in. If it rolls over holding 350, that might be the only place I'm able to add. So as much as I would like to get a better price, if it starts to turn here below 350, I might lower my stop and then short it at a lower price here. And if 325 goes, giddy up, guys, because a 3 even break could be in store very, very quickly there on Genius.
And guys, I hope you hit this with us. So bang, that one out. Home run there on CCL. We told you if you can't, again, it was 1750 was my target. We noticed it was blowing up. I told you we'll take through 18 if it takes out the top, and it did. So that welcome to 35 cents right now. Nice little 30-cent winner right now on CCL. We've been taking some out though, as look at the futures coming back down. We do get out of our Apple eventually. That was a nice winner. So hit the air horn on that one as that keeps going up. We are back short now, AAL. I do like this name to the short side. Let's just see what happens here. Again, the futures falling back down. I guess people rotating back into some of these COVID plays. So AAL now just going to the upside there. Beat down name, making some moves back. So we'll see. But right here, look at CCL, guys. Nice little winner, long 18.16 right here, guys.
And JFIN opens up, chased it a bit, halts again. So an instant volatility halt a couple of minutes after. I think the next time I'm going to have to be much, much faster to get over to that one if you want to participate. 10% move and then instantly halting again. So it's going to be a good one. I think it might go down a couple of more times here. Just remember how cheap that stock was. I want to get you back to Macy's. I was talking about this one up to 750. Not there yet, but getting very, very close, guys. I think it's a decent break through that 750 price, but I am going to take one shot to short in front of it. I can't stay away from shorting this name, especially with the opportunities at these prices. I didn't think we'd get this price after we broke 7 even in the pre-market. So I'm going to take my shot here on Macy's. It's still a reverse long for me because I think there's a breakout trade. Some shorts getting stopped out at that price. So we do like it as a bit of a scalp long 750, but I'm going short right now.
Yeah, I'm going to try to look at Hertz again here, guys. Breaking. I mean, if we could break back down through $2 on HTZ, I don't mind that one. Hertz, exactly. This is Macy's. I've been loving this to the short side for a long time now. We got burned a little bit in the last couple days, not trading it, but just in the idea. So now we'll wait to see if it breaks through 725 back to the downside. We're averaging into our AAL. Let's see if it wants to take out 1550 to the top here. The market is pulling back down and going lower. We're at the day's low right now in the market. So very surprised that some of these shorts aren't really working for us. We've been getting out of our CCL, although we're now at 1850. That's the high point of the day. That's a 30-cent winner. So whether or not you like chicken or not, get ready because it's a chicken dinner winner there now for CCL. So a nice little out.
If AAL can get back below, say, 15 here, I'm looking to see if I can re-engage the short. We did get stopped out on the initial short. I'm looking at AAL again. I have Macy's short. I have GNUS. At this point, I'm looking to see if we can't add one of the airlines here, but it's holding up pretty well, American, better than I expected. And remember, down 11%, short sell restricted. A 15 break could be tricky to get anyways, but I'm liking this one if it can get back below 15. If it holds that price, watch out for a 1540 break to the upside. I'm bracketing this one either direction.
I see that love there. I see that love, Christian. Yeah, SPG. That's my Simon Property Group, baby. This one was an 11% dividend. It's been a nice one, but it's coming down today. SPG, good little run up here for the day, but a nice. I like this play as a retracement back into some of that retail spot. Obviously, it's not going to be great right now because of what it's been doing. Obviously, a lot of these stores now, COVID getting a little more serious, but SPG, good little look there. And thank you for the super chat there, Christian. We're loving that play as well, SPG. Here comes Hertz back down to $2. That's what we talked about. My earpiece isn't working, but I did do that. What up, Brendan?
Blue Hat here, guys. BHAT, a little online Chinese-based education company with some new products this morning at 40%. Big-time volume spike there as we broke up to 190. This thing got all the way up to 220 in the pre-market, guys.
Absolutely going to have a look at that one. Quickly going to throw the position board on so you guys can see what it is that we currently have on. Of course, you see it at the bottom there, but always good to get a review. I do have the short in Genius Brands at 363. That's back down to 337, so it's in the money, 26 cents, but I was taking more than that before, and I want more than that now. Macy's short here at 36. Started it in front of 750. It didn't come up. Of course it didn't. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can't put it up for you guys there. I don't know why it's not working, so I'll just say it verbally. I am short in Macy's at 36. I want to add to it in front of 750 if I can. If it does want to pull back below 25s, I want something on board down to about those teens. Otherwise, 750 is a bit of a break for me to the upside. So a little bit of strength being shown in Macy's. I am fading it, shorting in front of that 750 level.
And you're right. It's a record day today, guys. 4,500 people. Thank you for joining. If there's any stocks you guys want us to talk about, let us know. It's hard to find the chat, but if you do throw a super chat in there, that's great. We may be slowing that down. Love the show. Love you, DJ Dinny there. Let's roll some tracks for us on that play play some, you know, for me, I'm a hip hop kind of guy, but we'll wait for that to come through on DJ Dinny there. Thank you for that super chat. Okay, AMD was a monster for us yesterday. We went long 57.50 and cashed in huge yesterday, but today on the pullback, AMD nothing but downside right now. So we have to look at that one. Oh, I know what I wanted to look at was Oxy today with oil down so much today. Oxy, Occidental, WLL, Whiting, a bunch of different names on the move down here, 9.5%, and then look what it does. A big retracement back up, 17, almost up $1. This may be, guys, a decent short spot right now for Oxy. So let's have a look at that as it goes, guys. Our Hertz, we got stopped out again. We're going to try that.
Sean, you mentioned Oxy, but also have a look at Whiting Petroleum at about $1.50 here as well. This would have been the bottom in the afternoon yesterday, bouncing strongly into that price. So, you know, similar to what I'm doing in Macy's, shorting in front of 750. I just took some more shares in there like I mentioned I wanted to. 740 is my price. I'm looking for Whiting to also roll over a little bit here in front of 150. If it does that, I'm going to take that short. If it breaks 150 and then snaps back without going more than 5-10 cents, I'll short it that way as well. So Whiting Petroleum firmly on the radar. A positive stock here that's coming back in, SRNE, guys. Watch out for Sorrento. Any pop into 5, I'll be shorting in front of that one as well. Brennan, what do you got?
MITT, guys, one of those little tiny real estate or mortgage REITs, I should say, down 16% here, but huge buy volume just alerted on this one above 550 there, which was the pre-market high, starting to move back to the upside. Guys.
All right, we are long now. What is this name? XOM. So we're going to try this one long. Just a few hundred shares here to the long side of XOM. Actually 500. So we're long 48.10 right now. Let's see if this one can't rip up smooth $50 right now, but we want a little bit more than that. So XOM long right now. Let's see how that plays out. We did get out of our Hertz. Here goes XOM. Let's go, baby. Let's take out a little bit right up here. Bang! Nice little win on XOM. So we'll catapult a little bit here. As we talk oil, we take the long. Nice little win here, making some money on this short, on this long, and not making money on our AAL short. Looks like that's going to go through 15.50 right here, and we'll get out of that one very soon.
I wanted to be shorting American, but when it broke that level that we were talking about there, that 15.40, had to take it to the long side. Little scalp trade in front of 50s. Why? Kind of a seller there at 50, so I'll take a few shares out there and then see if we can't hold the rest. I'm not overly bullish on American, so I'm not going to be in this long for very long. I'll just take the profits where they lie. 15.70 is the next level to the upside, then 85 after that. You'll see me out of this for a 20-cent scalp if I can get it. Why not?
Okay, and our CCL long, guys. Who has that with us? There it is. It's another floss. Look where we're long, guys. We trade the short early. We get out here, so no damage done to us on the short. Then we go long at 18.15 right now. It's at 18.92, so who has a 75-cent winner with us? Hit that cowbell. Wake up, guys. Big move back up here in the market. Unfortunately, Apple not making that move, so we're going to wait to see what Apple does. But look at XOM, guys. 348.12 we are long at, guys. This is a monster trade, decent position, 50 cents right now. We told you it's 500 shares, so here's a couple $100 for you. Merry Christmas. Let's keep going upside here on XOM, guys.
And American still in the money fourth. Macy's breaking 750. We got that long through, so a couple of longs to add to the one short that we have in the money on GNUS. Still looking at Sorrento. It's on the bottom here. Going to have to get some pay to locate. And I'm also now watching Hertz once again at that $2 range. But watch out for Spirit. It's absolutely gunning to the upside. It just turned around one time at 18. Pull back to 17 would be a good price for the buy. But at this point, in the money American Airlines long, in the money Macy's long here, and then in the money short on GNUS. You guys have asked about Tesla. We are going to be trading this one today. It is popping back up to that 1,000 range. It didn't break 1,000. When we talked about retesting that 1,000 mark for another break long, it turned around on a dime at the open at 1,000. So no break there. Watch for a secondary push. If it does fail to get there and this market turns around, I would actually try still a short through that bottom. It was 982 when I looked at it. 983 it seems like is the actual low though.
Can you stop XOM? The answer is no, so we hit the dancing gorilla here, guys. XOM. Wow, I hope you guys, let me know if you hit that with us, guys. Bang that one. That was unbelievable, that long. We're still long here, 48.12. We just got some out at 77 up there to the upside, so wow, what a big trade that was. Our AAL, yeah, that one's fallen down. We'll wait to see what happens there. I like the $16 break there. We'll wait to see if that does happen. Let's get out of some XOM, guys. This is way heated to the top top side. So let's get some of those out. Bang at that for that nice little winner here. But yeah, XOM upside, AAL maybe coming down. I don't know. We're going to wait to see what it does around $16, guys. Did I hear we're ready for Brendan? If so, no, we are not. Yep, throw it, Brendan. What's up?
Yeah, market moving back to the upside here, guys. Have a look at Beyond Meat. Nice look here. Also, just about to make day highs here. They expanded their manufacturing facilities into Europe. So, new manufacturing facility for BYND in Europe, guys. Still down, but a lot of relative strength here.
Yeah, and here's a continuation of that break in Macy's. Now it's looking to see how far it can go. Going to have to go to a higher time frame so you can see some levels that we're going to be looking at. Next stop up, 780. We're long here at 751, reversed out of that short. 780 is the next stop. That is the previous day's bottom. Also look at sort of the close action in front of 8 even as 2 stops up on Macy's. I don't want to be holding anything too long for a trend trade in Macy's, so I'm going to be out if it gets to that 780 mark, but I've already taken profit of 2/3 on that Macy's trade to the long side. I'm still watching Hertz. It's about to break that $2 mark. But one other name that I want to get to, which was weak on the day anyways, was Luckin Coffee. It is now bouncing right up to the pre-market high. Turnaround here. I'm going to be shorting through 360 on Luckin Coffee if it comes back in. But Hertz about to take 2 even, so I got to watch that right now.
Yeah, okay. My earpiece isn't going to work, guys. You're just going to have to do it yourself. Okay, AAL back to the downside there. I meant to get that short. We tried it at 65. That does not come in. XOF, that's why we said take some off. This thing was blowing upside there. Look at us getting some off on the top there. Good little out there as we noticed that one slowed down, so we got out of there. So anybody with me on that one, thank you so much. If you did have that good trade there. I do like Hertz breaking back down below $2. That's going to happen again. We still are short that name, so we'll wait to see if it breaks through 2 again. We are short 199. We did get blown out a little bit there at 11, so we're still trying to hold that short in case we miss it on the breakdown. That's how much we like it. XOM now breaking back down to even. Thank God we took out. We only have 20% left, which is actually a little bit more than I normally have left when these kind of plays happen. But yeah, AAL back to the downside. Let's see if we can't get some wins. Wow, what a move down here on AAL. We still are short 15.19 right now. So let's see, give this one some more room, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to get back to that, silly JFIN. It's been impossible to get this short. I know we did call that one through $6, but you got to be able to get the execution. A couple of halts downside. It's now the 3rd halt at 424. Liquidity is a bit of a trick on this one. It's done 2.5 million shares, but they're all in these massive spurts. I think, honestly, taking it off of the open, a reopen is probably the best play there. I think I would have gotten some shares, but I'm now looking at HHT. If this breaks $1, I will be short this name as well. Of course, we talked about some of these Chinese companies that are high flyers for little to no reason sometimes. HHT coming back in. If it turns penny stock again, you'll see me short.
HHT, okay. Hertz looks like it wants to break here. XOM back to the upside a little bit. We take some out here in the 20s. Let's see if we get back to near the 50s. We still are long at 48.12 right now. Okay, WAFU. I see some people talking about WAFU there. We'll talk about that in a second. Nikola back to 61 and change. Yeah, great little break there through the morning high of $58. Breaks it, comes back to 56. Now we're just going upside here, 62, I guess. The next look here for Nikola. We'll probably test a little bit of a long here, see if we can't play some momentum. Nikola long 62, guys.
Yeah, and watch out for XSPA. Of course, we did talk about that reverse split. 450 break is the next leg for me that I'll take it to the downside. Otherwise, if it pops to about 5 to 515, I think that's worth a short. But I'm hunting this one now at a 450 break. So a couple of names that I am looking for shorts. I just reloaded in GNUS around 350, so my price you'll see there short 352. We like that one. XSPA through 450. We're going to be all over that one as well. I just checked back in on Tesla. Again, it's not making that test of 1,000 yet. If we get there, we're going to try that little break. And if it bounces and goes to like 998 and turns around, I'll probably be trying at least one short and then a 983 break as well.
Okay, we did get Nikola, so we are long on that name now, right now, $62. We're going to just give it back to the even 60, so that's XOM. We just got out of that one. Here's our Nikola long, breaking through 62. It goes as high as 62.50, but let's just wait to see if they can get this one back going. Maybe we'll give this one all the way back here to 59 or so. Let's give it back to that. What up, Brendan?
One to the downside here, guys. NYSE NK gapping up here. A little immunotherapy company. Positive data out for them this morning, but 750. Big sellers showed up there a couple of times. Looks like it's breaking downside for NK, guys.
A good look there. Sorrento making its move to the upside. You're going to see me start to work into a little bit of something here in front of that $5 mark that we were mentioning before. So I just took my first position in Sorrento, short in GNUS, 52, short at 86, 486. That is on SRNE. A couple of you have been asking, or at least were in the pre-market, about SQBG. I'm not trading it today. It is down to like 30 cents at this point and making a move to the upside. I would suppose if it holds about 33 cents or so, it comes back in, that's probably worth a short in front of that price. For me, I'm not watching it. The volume is only 1.7 million, which is just simply not enough if we're talking about a penny stock. But on the move, once again, of course, is going to be Tesla, now upwards towards that 1,000 mark. So we could be getting that break momentarily here. 997 we're watching on Tesla. So, check out for that 1,000 break. If it doesn't get there and turns around sharply after testing it, we'll look for at least one shot short. Stop would be at 1,000 with a reversal to the long side, obviously.
Okay, here goes XOM. Yeah, I mean, I talked about Tesla going through 993 there for you guys. I hope you guys hit that as well. 993 would have been a good one. That was the break here. So if you had that early, bang that to the upside, up to 999. The real Phil Blount, good morning. How do we feel about DNR? Sure, why not? DNR Resources here. Let's just check it out over there on the NYSE. Again, 43 cents. This is not really anything that I like. I'm not going to make long-term calls on Denbury here. These stocks have been beat up. Obviously, with the way that today's going, a lot of these names can get going again. So don't feel like just because this is down 17% that we can't break this 45. If it breaks 45, look for it to probably get back up here to 50. So thank you so much on that one, Phil. 45 looks pretty strong. Decent volume coming in on this name today. 11 million shares. So Denbury, sure, go for it. It's worth the risk, in my opinion. What's up, B-Wick?
Overall market coming back to the upside a little bit here, guys. Just wanted to point this one out. Sean, you were mentioning some of those COVID-19 related stocks coming back into play. Waiter Holdings here, a food delivery name, 4% to the upside, but being faded hard. Every uptick here just getting sold. WTRH, I mean, we were trading down here at 205 yesterday. It gets below 2. Has a lot of room to go to the downside, guys.
Yeah, WTR, it's definitely worth an add to the list. We haven't talked too much about Beyond Meat. I know you mentioned it a couple of times. Brendan, if my chart can actually load here, but making another strong move to the upside, bouncing around 150. That looks like it's going to be good support, but watch out for a top end break. If we consolidate right around this 154 mark, 154 quarter could be a secondary breakout. But right now, all eyes for me are on Tesla through 1,000 again. So there you go. Tesla is a $1,000 stock. One more time here, guys. So we're looking at that break. Exactly the same price as yesterday, 1,050. I'm going to get triggered to there. So on the upside, last time we stalled around 105. And the first move, I didn't take that profit out, and there was all kinds of opportunity to get back in. This time, I will be going ahead and doing that, taking more of the scalp win and then playing it a little more aggressively in and out, which was a mistake not doing yesterday.
Yeah, okay, Nicola, we take a little bit more long here at 59 as it looks like it bounced off there. We'll see what happens though. We still do have some downside here to 57. So right now we average into our Nicola. We got 62s. Now he takes a 59. So let's see if that one can't soar for us. Really, really happy. I hope you guys have this one. We'll floss it off again because XOM, we able to hold that. We did not reload. Maybe we should. Well, not maybe. We should have reloaded. But look at XOM, guys. Up and down. Just kind of looks like stairs up, stairs down. So we are almost out now of our XOM. So that's a big winner. So we hit the cowbell for that one as we go. I did tell Brendan about this Apple short today. We did get long. It's one of our good stocks to the long side here before dumping it through 348. So Apple's still actually my number one. Actually, no, XOM is my number one stock today. But I do like Apple a little long now as it did fail through that 346, 345, 50 level that we were talking about. So if this market wants to keep going, man, we were down to 3,100. Nice bounce up here. 20 handles. Let's see if this market can continue going upside here.
Absolutely, and I am still looking at that GNUS trade. I'll get back to that in a second, but Brendan has a little something for us. What do you got there,
name we've been watching as well here lately, guys. NEO, back to the upside, just broke $6. Gave you a chance to buy this thing down at 550 this morning in the pre-market. Decent volume behind this move up as well on NIO, guys.
NIO. Oh, that's up today? Oh, okay. Yeah, we were going to look at that one before. Uber right now, I like this 32.80 on a possible break to the downside here. Probably just a little bit too much. Thank you, Lakshay, there for that euro dollar there. Great little job. Like we said, Starbucks back open. So Valeria can run over there and grab some Starbucks on that. So thank you so much for that, Lakshay. I think we know each other from our days back opening offices here at Day Trade the World. So what's up if it's the same person? What's up? And thank you once once again for watching. I'm going to go short here, Uber 32.80, guys.
Yeah, speaking of euros, this is a deal that has ties to Europe, but more specifically London, the LSE there. But Grubhub, of course, been talked about there with the Just Eat deal. We said if it made a hard bottom, that could turn into support. So it did sell off to 61. That seems like a decent level for me. We'll look to see if we can't buy that one on any kind of a dip into 61. Just going to have to make sure you monitor what is going on in Just Eat over on in London. You don't want to see a big dip in that stock affecting the stock price here, guys. So watch out for GNUS. Our reload is about to get out through the top of the day, and then I'm reversing to the long side, guys. That was a 380 break that we're looking at here. So my short could get blown out. The first one was great, 30-cent wins. Now we're looking to see what happens at 380. I am reversing long on Genius Brands if it goes through there.
Okay, and I'm also getting more short here on AAL as it bumps up. So we are now short more shares here on AAL. Yeah, that's our trading floor, but right now it's empty, guys. We do have a lot of people, normally about 20 bodies or so in here. And right now everyone's at home. So what's up to you traders that are watching? Hopefully you're having some fun with us. It's been a crazy market. Look at that AAL reload, by the way, guys. Yes, sir. We rained down some money on that one. Maybe a little too early to drop the money. We're not out. But that was a nice reload above 50 there. So let's wait to see. I still think AAL can come downside. Our biggest position, I guess, right now, just because it can move like crazy, is this Nikola. It goes all the way up there to $60. We could have got out for flat up there because we did average back in here at 59. So watch out for this name. I think it's going to be a home run, but that's one of those names that we can't hold it forever. If it does break down through 58, we'll get out, and then maybe 57 the last of it. But right here, yeah, 58.50, I think I was liking getting some out here on Nikola, but hopefully we can get back to the upside and watch this one run for the hills. But I don't know, that's just one of these names. Square also moving around, Nvidia moving around today. AAL, nice little move down, guys. What a retracement we got on that play. Let's see if we can't get some of these out right here at this consolidation spot, 15.25. You know I like to play those 25s, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I just got into some shares there of XSPA. We did mention that one on a breakdown trade idea. I got to zoom in so you can get a better look at the chart. But breaking through the low, it was a 455, a 450 break. I got 45s. It went down to 430, but I'm not looking for 50 pennies. On that one, 15 pennies on that. I'm looking for a little bit more. So our out is going to be up here around 460, 470. Give it some room. I'd even consider adding to this position if I do get a good price and decent action. Otherwise, first target is down at 425. 420 after that on a break, 4 even. We'll take the second, third out, and then see how far it can just go to the downside there. I did look at that GNUS. I actually anticipated this was going to run through the high of day, stop me out and reverse long. It hasn't happened yet, so watch out. There is a breakout happening potentially on GNUS, Genius Brands through 380. I like the short on this one, but if it takes out that high, I will not be holding the short at all, guys.
Okay, we get more short again, AAL up here, and I don't know, maybe they're just trying to trick me here because we get the short again, and now that's nicely in the money. So let's wait to see. We do take Uber to the short side here through 32.80. We talked about doing that one. Gino Fast, what's up? T-Doc, Teledoc. We will look at that when we get back, but right now it's Brendan at the big screen. Come on, Uber, let's go. Let's see if Uber can't go to the downside here. We need the futures to go. That'd be nice if that does happen. Let's go check out with Brendan and see what else is happening now.
Hey guys, yeah, 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at North American markets. Still in negative territory, but trying to move back to the upside here. You can see the S&P, first off, 2.4%, a little bit better off than we were to start the day. The Dow leading to the downside here, almost 3%. For the Dow, you can see the NASDAQ back below 10,000. We were talking about yesterday, still significantly lower as well. Small caps under significant pressure today. You can see the Russell 4.25%. Here in Toronto, TSX 2% to the downside. Brazil's down about 2% as well. A lot of things to mention here in Toronto. I want to start with this one. Bombardier can't get out of its own way, talking about more job cuts and more cost-cutting measures coming for Bombardier. So 8.5% for BBD.B in Toronto. CNQ, big gap down, but trying to get back up here. We're consolidating right at day highs here. Like the way that chart looks. Long way to go back up here to 27.20 where it was yesterday, but some of the energy names bouncing back to the upside as we've seen. Air Canada Airlines obviously under pressure this morning, but this one also nice move back higher, consolidating as well right at day highs above 18, broke 18, starting to hold now as support for Air Canada, guys. We are negative, but trying to get back to the upside. Back to you.
those tries, but what's not working for me is we're trying on Macy's and we are short. Nice little trade on Uber going back to the downside here. That falls down. But right now we are short Macy's. That's also a little bit of a problem, breaking through 725. I know you were long that one, Neil. I think you probably covered that. So Macy's right now, I'm short. It touches VWAP down here. Didn't even notice. That would have been a nice little trade for us. But again, we're just trading too many symbols. And I said I wouldn't trade that many today. And here I am stuck trading a lot of symbols right now. So we're short. Let's just put the board up right here if we can, guys. This should be a good one. We'll update it and we'll start it just to give you guys a quick look on what we do have. And it is a lot of shares. Hey, Valeria, thanks for the coffee reload there. My board's not working either today, guys, so something's changed here. I can't show you my positions, but AAL, we are short that name at 35. We'll just go one by one. Okay, AAL right now short 1535, so we'll wait to see on that one. We've taken some profits out, so good one there. Tesla, nice trade.
I was going to say there, I took the Tesla break through 1,000. It's been holding up. It's gone to the money a couple of dollars here for a scalp. I wanted 105s to be an out for like $3-4 or so as a scalp trade. But I was looking to see if we can hold it to 995 here or VWAP. And it's just holding the top end of the range. And you sort of look at this 1,000 mark and say to yourself, yesterday, I was surprised we didn't get higher than that 1,025. I think on a break today, there could be multiple upside plays. So I'm still going to dig in and get out in front of 105 and then look for re-entry points and try to make a few trades there. And as we do, I'll floss it off. So good timing there, Aiden. It broke that 105 mark. I'll take the quick $4 scalp, which I wasn't doing yesterday, and then look for some pullback opportunities, look for some further breakouts. It stalled at 108. We saw that yesterday. It stalled at 113, and then 117 and 125 as well. So we'll buy some dips here in Tesla and just sort of rinse and repeat on that trade action. It wasn't quite as volatile on that upside play as I thought it was going to be. So we don't want to make the same mistake, not taking profits and sitting there doing nothing.
And guys, who's got this Uber trade with me right now? Your boy has this one. 32.80, guys. We're 30 plus cents in the money. We're trading big boy shares. So hopefully you guys have this one with us today. Uber, nice trade. Moving to the downside. We got to check on Nikola. That's bouncing around and not doing anything. Our AAL finally back down. Nice little trade on this one. This one's in the money as well. So hit the sire and finally things starting to happen for us. Uber's the big trade though, guys. Nice little 30-cent win here. Depending on the shares you guys take, this is a good one. You can take as many as you want. Was trying to get more short here as we were fumbling with our position board, but here we go. Uber, let's take some off. Good trade there. XOM's been a great trade. Everything making some money right now. It was a rough start, but here we go, guys. Nice moves back to the upside here for some of these names. We just need Nikola to go, then we'll be laughing, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the slap shot action, and why not? I know there's not a firm date for hockey, guys, but I only have one losing trade today, and that's gonna be on Macy's. We had a win and a loss. I see the position board coming up out of nowhere on Sean's there, but I think we're going to get that one fixed. If it is working, I'm going to try and hit it for you guys right now. I only have 3 positions right now. Short GNUS, 355. I just took some out for a 10-cent scalp win in front of 375. SRNE, we're short at 489. I'm holding that one in front of 5 even. That's been my stop. I am still looking to reload 1 or 2 more times if it keeps bouncing up and down. XSPA, we got that one at 445 on a 450 break. And we just, of course, took off the Uber trade for a $4 winner, guys. So I'm looking to get back into that one on any kind of a solid dip.
Not Uber for $4.
Oh, no, Tesla. Yeah, you know what?
I'm like looking at Uber and like, okay, if this
there's too many of them.
I know, and I'm in too many positions. Oh, okay, the position board is working now, guys. So let's call it up. I'm like Neil here in a lot. So let's run this through. Wow. Okay, AAL short. You guys see that one? 10 cents in the money or so, depending on what happens. I mean, that thing's moving a lot. Hertz right now, that's 15 cents out of the money. That's a small position. We're waiting for that to break $2, so let's hope for that comes through. Macy's right now, that's a short 5 cents out. Nikola is just hovering around right now. That's down $1, but we've waited for that, so hopefully that can go. Uber, 17 cents winner. And XOM, I didn't even know I had this one. I have 10 shares on. That was a 1,000 share position. So 10 shares right now on XOM. Sorry, that's 500 share position. We're going to get into that one. That's one of my biggest trades of the day here. That is XOM. But let's go Nikola right now. We're long 61. It's battling all the way back. Let's go, baby. Can we get up here? I don't think it actually printed 70 today, but let's see if we can get back up to 63, 64 on a decent break. What up, B?
All right, here we go, guys. Another COVID-19 related name, Alpha Pro Tech, back to the upside today. Look at that. What a coincidence. 10%, 11.20 up to about $13 here for APT so far, guys.
And we're asked about Teledoc. Want to give a shout out, of course, to Gino Fast. Great name there. Look, we talk about these breakouts, opening range breaks. 184 on Teledoc is one of those classic little setups there. But I wouldn't get too far away from the idea that you can buy some dips here. 181.50 to 182 seems like it would be a decent entry point to the long side with a 180 stop. Just playing trend side here. There aren't a lot of positive names today in terms of what you can be confidently buying with a trend. Teledoc looks like it's one. I've seen this breakout play before. I'd just watch out because if you're like us with direct market access, you're going to notice here a 15-20 cent spread. Factor that into how far you'd cross on a breakout trade at 184. That means I'm probably crossing to the quarter mark at least. And then considering if it does do you one of those fade actions and tries to wick people out, you're probably looking at a dip down to 183 where you're buying, and then your stop down around 181, 180. So know what your risk parameters are, the price that you'll probably have on a breakout there if it pulls back in, and then you're risking $2, $3. So look for some upside, has to be to that 190 mark. I hope that answers your question on Teledoc. Good luck bringing that symbol to us, and thanks for the super chat. Valeria.
Thank you, Neil. And hey guys, welcome everyone who joined us for the first time. Please subscribe to this channel and catch us live every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, right after the show, join our YouTube premiere video about opening auction. And guys, please hit the thumbs up. We're already at 700 likes. Your support is so important for us. You make us work even harder. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Yeah, we need that support. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that look on Teledoc there, Neil. Okay, we did just cover some Ubers now. We're almost out of that when we get some more at 50. 50 seems to be, guys, one of those pegs, obviously. It's come down to 50 and stopped. Look where we stopped on the upside, 33.25 up there as well. So quarters, 50, even spots. You guys know that's how I play this game. So right there, out 50s. We did get a little nervous on this spike up and got some out as it was approaching back 75. But right now, we'll get out of the rest of these Ubers for flat if it does come back up. Again, big trade there, exploding some money there. We're not going to average back in. We'll take a look if the market does continue to fall on a break of 32.50 again. We're going to need it to get through 32.45. So I'll be hailing the Uber. Hey guys, what's up, Uber? Once that comes through. Look at this big win now on AAL, guys. Nice little short up here at 15.50. We noticed a failed break here. Again, the same thing happened to me on this stock as it did, I think it was Monday, where we got out a little bit on a break and then it came back down. So we rinse and repeat that play and get short again, hopefully, knock on wood, at near the top. We will get out of this, does break through $16 for sure. We'll be out of that one. And my boy Nicola, man, I mean, come on, guys. Let's get going here. Let's follow your brethren Tesla to the upside here as Tesla breaks back down through. I hope you guys, I know Neil had this trade. I did not have it, but I can still talk about it. We do love this break right off the open here. Again, we probably get it out here for that $7 winner, but it does fade back down and give you an opportunity. So it's not like we can't pump our tires too much because it did go all the way back down there. That was a great reload. But look what happens when it breaks through VWAP. You get nothing but upside surprise there, guys. So that's a nice little move there for that. I just want to talk about what's coming up before we have, I know we have a lot of viewers on, so let's give them a little bit of information here. On our Market Wisdom channel, we will be doing opening auction video. And today that was super important. You want to be able to see where the market on open orders are coming. So we'll talk about that with you guys live. You can ask us questions in the chat, and then Cabin CEO and President coming through. David Lukacs, I guess, coming through, monetizing digital currency. So let's wait to see that. Let's go Tesla. Let's go, I'll take this off, and let's go Nicola to the upside now as well. So big day starting for us. Started off rough, but we're back, baby, and it's a good day. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also, I can't believe it. It's already like 10, 11. It's like time is absolutely flying, and it does do that when it's an active day here. Watching out for whiting through 150, but we need to get over to our good friend Brennan. He's got some upgrades and downgrades.
Hey guys, yeah, pretty interesting board here. Once again, we'll have a look at what has been upgraded on this side, downgraded over on that side. The only one really in positive territory here, a little gold name, Kirkland Lake, up about 1.5%. Here in Toronto, everything else, though, pretty negative on this side. Same story over here. Kellogg's did give you a little bit of a move off of the open. I want to show you Grubhub, though. It is grinding back to the upside. We were talking about it in the pre-market if you joined us at 9 o'clock. Here we go. KL, Kirkland Lake, 2.5%. Had some positive data out late in the afternoon yesterday. Continuation move here through 53 up to 54 now for KL. If you're watching gold names, Grubhub, 7.6%. It's just been straight upside. Had a bit of a dump going into the open this morning, but straight upside 61 to 63.5 now. Nice look for Grubhub. Guys, also getting an upgrade today. Back over to you.
Got an upgrade today? Okay. Yeah, there's that Just Eat news there. Okay, so Nikola goes back into the money here. We're in the money now, 70 cents. So we're going to try to get some out if we can. Upside 62. It's having a little bit of problems. This is where it had some problems before, guys. So we see the move up here in the market. We see the move up here in Tesla. So let's get going, guys. We do have Nikola long, a decent position because we averaged in down here. So let's wait to see. I'm trying to get some out ahead of 50 here. So if we just get one little more bump upside, come on, Nikola.
Do this. Go
That's me
up.
sitting there at 47. Nikola, will we get it? I don't know, but take it over, Neil. I'm hoping to get it.
No, why not? You know what I'm actually going to say here? Break on Teladoc at that 184 range. Look, it gave you a 50-cent scalp if you're into that sort of thing on a $184 stock with the profile it's had so far. I'm looking for a little bit more than that. And I mentioned any kind of a dip, maybe even giving you something in the 182.50 to 183 range to be able to buy inside of the top end here and then give it to VWAP for a secondary push on Teladoc. I think that's at least an opportunity, but definitely a shout out. We love when we get you guys in here passionate in the super chats, and you want to make sure we get to those. And Gino, I wasn't watching Teladoc, so you mentioned it. So every now and then you guys are giving us names. Brendan is always giving me names here, and we'll see what happens with this XSPA. Of course, that reverse split. I wanted this short in front of this little VWAP and this little trend. So every time it pops until the trend is broken, I'll probably be shorting these little dips, these little pops. First level 480, 5 even, of course, is a big one. So you'll see me loading back into this one to the upside as it goes to the upside. One more for you whiting. We just got that break reversal at 150, short in front. That was a fail. Breakout to the long side, already taking some of that off. So a 152 entry on a 150 break. We'll see if we can't run this as far as it's going to go. It'll turn positive at 157, so hopefully there's a little bit of juice to that price. Whiting now to the upside. Got to play the trend, guys.
Yeah, I just, again, I don't know, my stop order just hit again on Macy's. We did not mean to get out of everything there at 35. So I still love Macy's to the short side. Let's see if we can't get that trade back. And of course, as soon as I push that button, we get out. Okay, there's a nice little trade there out of Nikola. Obviously, we'll belly dance this one off a little bit. It did get as high there as 63. I still think we can go. So we're going to wait to see. We're out of 25% of our Nikola trade there. But I'm still pissed off a little bit about Macy's. So let's see if we can't get that short again here at 34. Hopefully we get it. I'm sitting here at 34, waiting to get short. We just need a little bit of a bump up. We'll get some more short on Macy's here. We do like this name to the downside. We'll see if we can get it though, waiting at 34. There we go. Did we get that? No, not yet. There it is. Okay. Yeah, of course we get it when it blows through. Okay, so Macy's now to the upside. We are short. We're giving it back up here till 763. So we are ready again to throw to Brendan.
CrowdStrike, guys. CRWD, big move up. Obviously, COVID-19 related name, moving back to the upside here. $94 was a little bit of a level in the pre-market. We're all the way up to 100, just bouncing off of 100 for CRWD. Guys.
CrowdStrike worth a look, but I don't know how I've ignored Hertz today. Why? Because I had that little short bias, which was so good on that original break at 186. Since then, there was a good short pre-market. It's been only a long. Once it broke 2, I mean, the thing can't stop going here. Next level up is going to be that 250 mark. If you do jump to the higher time frame, just watch out. 260 to 265. If you look at it, there was some acceleration to the downside in the afternoon. Was also the morning bottom yesterday. So I'd be watching that level intently if it ever gets to a break of 250. But as usual, I'm looking for places to short Hertz. I got to be perfectly honest with you. So the first stop for me is going to be that 260 mark. Fail break at 250, I'd love to see, and then short in front of 260 there. I still have that Teladoc, but I'm going to throw the position board up because I got 5 of them for you here. So we'll just do a quick little recap through all of them. Short GNUS still at 348. That's basically flat for the time being. SRNE reversed to the long side at 5. 503 is my price. Teladoc 184.13. Slightly in the money, 25 cents. It went 50. I'm not taking that. Whiting reversal at 150 to 152. That's slightly in the money for us as well. But XSPA, that's the one that could turn into our second loss of the day. I'm kind of digging into that short in front of that $5 range, guys. I kind of like this one, those reverse splits, and then sort of short them all the way up, find a key level. I'm going with that one on XSPA.
Okay, yeah, we're also going here. We did short another Uber, and look at that, a quick little 10 cents. We don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth here. So we take that short, 32.94. Neil, you haven't used that one in a while, so I stole that one from you. Now Uber's going to the downside here. This is what we have on. It might be a good time to show our position board as well, guys. So if we can do that, I'll rotate over right now, and we'll talk about what we're doing here. AAL, we're still hoping that one can come through. We got a nice little short on that. We've been rinsing and repeating that one through 15.20. If it can break that, then we'll go shorter on Apple. Hertz, I keep talking about it, it's just a small position. It's 100 shares. It's 40 cents out of the money. We're waiting to see if this one, what this one does to give us some indication. Macy's a nice little trade now. That's 4 cents in the money, but we were short that one earlier and it didn't work out. Nikola, $1 in the money right now, and Uber just floating around. So it's been a pretty good day, but those are our positions right now. 4 shorts, 1 long, and the only long here is Nikola. Thank you, Ranpreet Sangha right there. A little Canadian a little bit Canadian money there. Let us know where you're from, my friend. Neil and I from Brampton and Brendan, so a little bit Brampton connection.
Which
here.
is an interesting coincidence that we're like literally 3 of us are all from the same city growing up there. But look, we absolutely loved when you guys engage with us here. Let us know some symbols you're watching here. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't have even seen Teledoc if it wasn't for some of you there. Whiting, I want to update here. 157 was the previous close, so I know it's not a round even number. I am gonna again take some shares off on this breakout trade, but now I'm gonna hold the rest of what I have. I still have half the position on that breakout through 150. Let's see how far it can go. I was going to be bearish on this name. Pullback 145 would be my stop, but there it goes through high of day. I will take some out after it breaks 160 and then just see how far it can go, guys. So Whiting to the upside here, now positive on the session. Brendan, what do you got?
This one popped up a couple days ago, guys. Sonos back to the upside once again, 7% already, straight from 11 to 12.75 now. Just took out day highs on decent volume for SONO, guys.
Okay, 2 plus 53 is going to be the stop point.
Montreal, here. We got some people coming to Miami. There we go, a little Miami action. I love me some South Beach. I actually spent summers when I was in university here in Canada. Spent my summers down in Miami. Yeah, a lot of fun to be had down in South Beach. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, probably a good one, leaving it at that. Okay, yeah, Macy's down here as well. So that's a short that we have on right now. We're worried about it. And by worried about it, I mean not that worried. Here goes Uber right now. We've got that reload. So if those of you that have watched the show before, you know what I'm going to do right now. But let me know if you know where this is from, guys. You ready? Here we go. Little moment of silence there. We'll hit it one more time. One of the favorite movies of us here on the show. We'll let you guys know where that's from. You should know the actor at this point, but if you know the show, put it in there and we'll see what everyone thinks. But yeah, shout out to everybody giving where they're from here, guys. India, yeah, that's great. Neil mentioned Miami, Montreal, great, guys. And there it is, yeah, anybody there. Carlito's Way, good job, guys. Shout out to you guys there. Explode the money for you, but we're here to make some money trading. So let's see if we can get back on that boat right now. We did take some Hertz short right now. Just wondering if this has been a little bit overdone. So right here, Hertz back to the short side. We are now real position short. We'll wait to see if it breaks through 250 right here, guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with, I don't know, drop that money because this is what we're here to do, guys. GNUS, we talked about that top, reloading in front of it multiple times, 375, 380 stop. I'd actually go long if it broke there, but you got to take some profit when it gets down to VWAP here. So like I keep saying, 20, 25 cent wins are good on GNUS. Of course, if it breaks below that 325 mark at any point, I want to make sure I'm exposed to that. I will get you guys back to Teledoc. It hasn't given me a reason to get out yet. It hasn't given me an opportunity to reload at a price that I like. It's been just slowly grinding higher. It's held 184 nicely, so we're almost $1 in the money on that trade, not quite. But when 185 breaks, that momentum I'm looking to take me out through 186, 186.50 or so, and then we'll sort of look to see what the next trade is in Teledoc. I still think is a buy the dip opportunity in that one as well, but that neither of those things has happened. We're in the money. We're just hanging on for dear life. One more to get to here. Just want to quickly update. Whiting is continuing to slowly roll through. It broke 160. I'm going to take some off at 162, get that 10-cent win. It's $1 stock. Got to make sure you're taking profit on the way up. If it gets to $2, I would be shocked. But in this market, you really can't rule anything out. So I want to make sure I'm exposed long as it holds above 150. Speaking of small cap stocks, let's go to Brendan right now for our small cap recap.
Yeah, a bit of a tough day if you're looking to the downside when it comes to some of these small caps today, but we'll have a look at this one first. XSPA, yeah, 3-for-1 stock split gave you this gap to the upside this morning, was more than 200%. Fading back to the downside, obviously, 565. A little bit of a pivot here in the pre-market, just working off of that as we head into the open. 540 to 550. No problem getting that kind of an average price. You're taking it out down here, 440 to 450. So a nice dollar move there off the open to the downside for XSPA. We mentioned this one, HHT. I actually tried the long here through 130, just giving it down to this little support area, obviously below that now. Not sure what to make of these things today. The volume definitely not what it was yesterday in some of these Chinese companies. Hertz, yeah, that was a tough one today as well. I was using 220 here just from the afternoon, a little bit of resistance in the afternoon. Got blown out on that one. Obviously, we're coming back to 220. So that's going to be a pivot. Might be a good spot to have a look at re-entering on the long side here at 220, guys. We mentioned that 250 above that, and then 275, 280 was a bit of congestion in here yesterday afternoon for Hertz as well, guys. Back over to you.
Okay, yeah, we're short Hertz. We just took a nice little profit there. I know you mentioned maybe possibly going long. Look at this trade here in Hertz. Nice little short at 36. We took some out at 27 there. Now we'll make this to the downside. I'm still looking at a $2 break. So I know we'll see about Hertz. It hasn't been a good stock for us today because this is a short, and then this is a short as well. Well, I haven't said this yet because I haven't tweeted anything yet, but make sure, guys, you follow me on Twitter here. We'll go up to my profile. We'll see here almost 2,400. Maybe we get to 2,500 today. We did have RWB on yesterday. We retweeted that interview. That was a good one. Red, White, and Bloom Cannabis. So big CEO, big spot there yesterday for them. So we're really proud on that one. But everything moving up pretty well right now. New position alert, new position alert. So I don't know, is that something new I just made up? We'll hit the cowbell for that. NIO, we're long here at 603. So let's just give this one some room here. We'll see if it can go maybe back down here to 595. But there it goes. Right away, we hit the position alert and it rips up 2 pennies. Okay. Okay, 603, we're long NIO. Maybe we'll take some out here, 607, as this thing's moving around quite a bit here. Was not expecting that. Let's put an order at 607, take a little bit out here on NIO, guys.
Yeah, and there goes that T-Doc. It's again a firework action. It broke 185. It's about to take out 186. I did mention if it gets through 185, I think it'll very quickly get to that 186 mark, and then that's when I'll hit my target, 2 to 250 worth of profit there. Just sort of a risk-reward type of idea here. I didn't really have a too much of a prediction as to how far it can go, but a great look there. So thank you, Gino, for alerting us to that stock. It's been a fantastic one. Genius Brand's still working in the money for us, and Whiting just bought a little bit of a dip action there, but I do believe our good friend Brendan's got something for us. What do you got there, bud?
I was just going to actually mention that Whiting, big volume spike just coming into the upside through 165 there. Big buyer stepped up, so volume spike on WLL. Energy names as a group coming back to the upside. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Hit the like and subscribe. Here's what's coming up throughout the rest of the morning and also this afternoon at 12 o'clock noon. Opening auction education video over on Market Wisdom. Join us for the premiere of that immediately following the live show. 1 p.m. then, Cabin Networks co-founder David Lukic going to join us to talk about Cabin Networks. Should be an exciting one, guys. That is what to expect for the rest of the morning. Anyways, back to you guys.
Finally, Macy's here, downside action. So bang, that one out. We hit the O Canada flag. We've been talking a lot about where people are from, and there's O Canada. So yes, sir, we do that, and we keep going. Look at NIO. Bang, that one out. It's hockey time. We talk about Canada. You can't do that without hitting some slap shots, apparently. We need to have like a curling thing as well. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, 605. We take some out at 607 there. It goes all the way to 609. So we put that up here and remember that. So we'll see what happens now to the upside on this name, NIO. Let's see if that one wants to keep going here. But NIO, 609, we're going to see if we can't take that trade through. But right now, everything making some money, man. We're short AAL here at 47. We talked about that one. That's coming back down. I don't know why I didn't get more short up here. I thought I had an order, but maybe not. Nikola, the one that's the problem right now. Not a problem.
I got to hit this one because Rob was like, make sure you do it. I got to do it once a day because you guys seem to like it. But thank you for the shout out, Teledoc. It's bizarro world today for me because my losing stock today, SRNE, I'm down on that one. Macy's retail, I'm down on that. And then, $4 winner over there in Tesla and Teledoc here, a couple of bucks that we just sort of picked out. There was a dip buy, and I sort of But there was one shot here when it retested 184. I actually thought that it would dip down below, try to shake out some of those longs on the breakout trade. It never did that at all. So it was just the breakout that you got there. A fantastic look to the upside. I absolutely loved it there, guys. So I do still have a couple of positions on here, 2 shorts and a long. I was able to reload on Whiting. Back down around 162. However, this one looks like it's making a move. It's consolidating for now. My average price 158. I'm not going to give that past 150. Of course, it was a great breakout long. You can see us getting out on the way up to that 175 mark. We bought a little bit of the dip, see if we get a secondary play. But the big break was that 150 mark, guys. I am also digging into this XSPA. Call me stubborn here, but it did roll over testing VWAP.
You're so
That's
stubborn.
480. I will take some more shares on a 460 break. My stop is now going to be shifted from $5 to $4.90. Going to bring that stop down as we keep this trend going to the downside.
Yeah, let's go, Nio. I hear a lot of you guys saying that as well. Yeah, we'll hit Jathan, HHT. Hello, UK. Welcome on board here. We're happy to have everybody on board right now. And yeah, things are going nicely right now. Our Hertz position, look at this, hurt me. A nice little short there. So we turned from crying, one of our worst trades, into a banger. So there goes Hertz right now, guys. Nice little trade right here. Celebrating this to the downside. 14 pennies in the money right now. But from this position, we are nice, smooth 20 pennies. Brendan, give it to us, bud.
JFIN, guys, just had a volume spike here, popping back towards this 450 area. It seems to be holding 4. We got down there a couple of times. There's a buyer, it looks like, down at 4 for JFIN, guys.
And Uber as well. Uber, look at this reload on Uber, guys. So yeah, we'll tweet this out right now. Follow me on Twitter if you're joining for the first time. Bang, what an out right there on Uber, guys. Took that one out there, 66. Nice trade there. We still are a little short, 93s right now on Uber. So let's hope that one comes to the downside as well. Now, what a day, guys. Hertz is a big trade right now. Macy's is a monster trade for us. Load. Believe in this one. You better believe that. So right now, heading to the downside, Macy's, we do take some out, but big trade alert on that one. And come on, Nikola, do something, buddy. We are long down here.
Tesla just dropped all the way back down to 1,000 and just tested a bounce off that price again. So you want to be buying in front of 1,000, you got one more shot here. I think it's not a bad idea to give it a shot. You can do 998 VWAP type of a stop in front of the Tesla, but you are watching the market come downside. Arun was on here giving some levels. I know you guys love to see when he came in. 3,100 just broke on the ES, and that's the S&P 500 futures. The NASDAQ still holding above its high, but Tesla looking to bounce again off of 1,000. 1,019 is as high as it got, so never got to that 25 mark that I was interested in.
Guys, position time. Let's just tell you guys what we have here. It's very similar to what we've had this whole time, but it's a monster though today, guys. Right now, these are monster positions right here. 30 pennies in the money, 24 pennies in the money, 10 cents in the money, flat on Nio, flat on Nikola, Uber, 30 cents in the money. Let's go. Big time trades happening right now. Let's keep this party going, guys. Look at Hertz. Boom! I told you that we'd put on a real position up here. I gave this to you live. I hope you're able to go short with us because that is a banger right up here, guys. 236 to the downside. Wow, what a trade. We're just taking some off now. We still have like 70% of this trade, which is why we're a little excited. So let's see if we can't get this one going down. I'm going to take some off ahead of 2. 2's been a problem, so let's get out of this one. Big time win right there, bringing us back to life.
Wafu, of course, that name that we were watching a little bit earlier, now up 400%, 470%. First pullback here through 15 after it halted at 1250. Went another 25% to the upside to 1550, and it's come back in. Now, we don't have a low case to be able to go short on this, so it's only long chasing. It had some support at 750, but the next level I would be looking at is at 1250. If it can hold that, maybe worth a bit of a scalp long. Without the ability to short, I'll likely be staying away from this one up 500%. Not my cup of tea trying to buy that one through the top. Brendan, what do you got?
Yeah, there's a couple of those today. That one as well, a Chinese education company moving to the upside. No news on that one, but that group kind of moving higher. Speaking of a group moving higher here, cruise lines are showing some strength, guys. 1850 holding here on CCL so far, 10.5% still, but trying to get going back in the right direction, guys.
Tailored Brands, we said we'd wait for it to open up. It was doing no volume. I was looking for an opportunity to go short through 120. It bounced upside now, is up 10%. Look at this. iceberg buyer in the 135, 136 range, just been holding, not making any moves. Saw Hearst do this a while back, seen a few names do this kind of a play, break out to the downside at 135. I'm going to be shorting that when it does on tailored brands and see if it can't get to that 120 mark. So I do still like it if it ever broke 120 to the south side, but now looking at a 135 break as well on tailored brands, guys. So we have a few positions on. I'll quickly update you guys again on what we're working with. Short on XSPA, still at 454, in front of now 490. Whiting, we still have bought that little dip at 158. That's in the money for us. Testing back up to 175 where we got the top out. Also looking at Genius Brands here in the money, 12 cents, a 356 short. If that ever broke 325, floodgates should open up on Genius Brands. I'll probably be adding through that point, but I got to take some off when the profit's there for 25 to 30 pennies if you can get it, guys. So take the board off and wait for this Taylor brand to break 135, guys.
And guys, Nikola, bang, right there, out at 62. So a nice little win. We're cashing in on this one big time today, guys. Nice little trading on Nikola. We do go long here the first time. We're only getting out right now of our initial long, but that's why you got to believe in this. Look at this drop down. We buy it. You got to believe in your positions. Another name we just tweeted out here is Uber. Look at this one, and this is what we just tweeted out, guys. Follow me on Twitter. We just tweeted this out right now. These are the reloads here. Short there, short there. You got to believe in trades. You don't just want to leave your trades. You want to make sure that you sit there and you watch and you see what's going on. Let's make whoever's the 2400th follower here, we will shout you out and retweet that. So let me know if you are the 2400th follower on that one. But right here, Nio, we get some more out here at 7. So we'll wait to see. We're still long at 03 on this one. We're long Nikola at $60 right now. So that's our average price. So a nice $2-3 winner. It hasn't moved much today, but hey, we will take that one as well. Uber, look where Uber's going. Still to the downside. Macy's, we've been cashing out down here at 20. That's been a big one. Who's had all these trades today, guys? This guy, thumbs up, but so far, so good. Let's just, there it is. Yeah, point to my head. What up, Brandon?
Target, guys. Nice look here for Target. Just came back into 120 and held, starting to push again to the upside. Also went positive. Green on the day for TGT. 49th consecutive general meeting. They upped their dividend yesterday, guys.
Jfin, just watching this one settle down a little bit, could actually be a bit of a break here at 450 if we can ever get up to that price again. We're only a few cents away, so I haven't had an opportunity to be able to get on the short. Too many halts on the way down, but it has made a bit of a base, 340, then halted upside, then held $4 now. So watch out. I'm now watching a 450 potential break. Get it into VWAP, scalp it at $5. Not a trade I'm looking to hold on to too long, but now firmly on the radar is going to be Jfin, to the upside for the first time on a $4.50 break for me. We do want to mention, of course, guys, that we do have a lot coming up usually every single day, but it's always good to have a little bit of a recap here. We are going to be doing after the show. Opening auctions is the premier video that we're going to be doing here. So a lot of stocks, you saw those imbalances in the morning, how you can take advantage of them, what they do actually mean. That's going to be important. Of course, coming up at 1 o'clock, we do have the CEO and co-founder, David Lucic of KABN North America. It's going to be all about crypto. It's going to be all about monetizing your digital identity there. That's all on our Market Wisdom channel. If you have not subscribed to that, please make sure you do, guys. We do have those 2 channels that we have. So that's what's coming up at 12 o'clock. Do keep in mind as well, we do these guest traders of the day from occasion. Anybody that wants to be involved in that, I think a lot of times people can be a little bit afraid to. I've seen a lot of people super chatting, throwing out awesome calls all day long. I think it's amazing. I've gotten a few looks here, especially Teladoc. So if you're finding stocks here, let us know how you're finding them. Drop it in the chat or join us one time as the guest trader of the day. Speaking of some of those new stocks, we turned penny stock status on HHT. I missed it once. I'm not going to miss it a second time. If it goes below $1 again, I'm shorting this one heavily on HHT.
All right. Yeah, good look. Oh, I did want to give a shout out to John Mack there. Cut my subscription to CNBC. I don't even know what channel that is. And BNN. Don't know what that is either. I'm all in on Trader TV. So we hit the cowbell for you, Johnny Mack. Good job there as you come through for us. Thank you so much for the love and for the support. Valeria can tell you all about the merchandise that we have on. And I've retweeted already. Anybody want a Trader T? Tweet it already. Anybody want a Trader TV mug? Let me know. Tweet it out if you you did get some. The transactions have been going crazy, so thank you so much there. If you guys tweet that out, we've had a lot of orders in the last couple days, though. There you go. It doesn't matter. Oh, hey, what up, Lucky Frog? Here's my Lucky Frog. Shout out to my daughter. Giving me this a couple weeks ago. I don't think we've had a negative day since. So there it is, Lucky Frog. We'll give that one a big kiss on that one, as that one continues to be lucky as well. And someone that's lucky for all of us is Mr. Brendan Wickens, the GOAT. What up?
Guys, we had MGM going a little bit yesterday. They came out and said they were continuing to reopen operations in Las Vegas. Caesars here doing the same today, announcing a bunch of properties that are going to be reopening. So just having a look here, 1150 holding as support for Caesars at the moment. Still down 3%, but look at the volume just coming in here to the upside, in fact, for CZR, guys.
Yeah, you better believe it. Brendan giving you those calls. And look, I mean, you can't trade blind, and we're able to do that, not do that, because we have Brendan available to us there. So make sure you pay attention to the names he's bringing you. Luckin Coffee actually showing some strength here, holding out throughout the top. So as much as I wanted to be shorted if it broke 350, at this point it's looking a little more likely that we'll be breaking long at 375, guys. So watch out for Luckin Coffee. It will be scalp longs for me, nothing holding too long there. If it breaks 350, that's a short that I would much rather dig into and maybe hold throughout the afternoon if the trend does continue to the downside, which it has been recently on Luckin. We haven't added any positions yet, but I am looking to see if we can get more of that whiting trade if it holds 350. I'm going to get that stop order going on Luckin Coffee through 375. Someone was just asking about Hertz. I'm not going long on Hertz, but a 2-even break. Tried it once. I would try it again if it broke that price.
Someone asking about Hertz. Your boys got this one, so we're almost out of it all right now. We did talk about getting out before that came to $2, so now we're out pretty much of everything on Hertz. We take our last little bit out right now. If it does get above 225, we'll get out, and then we're going to just reevaluate. I mean, it's just, this was an easy one for me. Failed break at 250, hammer that short, no problem. Make the money back that we lost off some of these shorts. Not all of it back, but make a decent amount back there, get out, and then we even gave you guys that look down here at $2 even, so good look on that one for anybody that did have that. Our Macy's is still just chilling, and this might be time to get out of some more here. I'm going to hold the rest in case we do break and flush down to below $7 there. Nicola back up to highs again. I'm still waiting for this 63 to break so that we can get all the way back up here. I'm going to check out another chart over here to see, did we get that high? No, we did not. So we didn't spike up here to $70. That's a dark print there. So here it goes. Let's go, Nicola. This is a $3 winner right now. So we've got $3 on Nicola. We've got 18 cents here on AAL. And look what we just keep on doing, guys. This is what we're trying to do right here. We're trying to use a little bit of this because every single time AAL comes downside, right around 15.20, man, we get out. So nice little short. We're not reloading the short. We're just getting out of what we do have. All-time highs right now. Look at Nicola. There it goes. It breaks. And bang, let's take some out. If we get to 65 here, guys, big time trade. $3 winner on this name. This is how you trade, guys. Let's keep going upside on Nicola Motors. No revenue, no product, no production. Nobody cares. Let's go, Nicola. Brendan at the big screen with Sector Watch.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at the S&P 500. Market kind of working itself into a bit of a range here, but we are still, this is a little misleading. The entire board obviously very red. We're down 2.6%, but was trying to get back into positive territory. On days like this, what you want to do is look for relative strength. Obviously, if the market overall gaps down, starts working higher, got to look for places to be long. I want to point this one out. First off, information technology shares definitely stronger than the rest right now, especially the semiconductors. Have a look at some of the semis pushing back to the upside. Some of the names in the software group also trying to get back into positive territory here. Some of the hardware equipment makers, not so much so. XRX and HPE there leading the way to the downside, 6.5+% for both of those. Consumer discretionary stocks way over here. Some of the retailers are in positive territory if you're looking for, again, some relative strength. Everything else, though, pretty negative. There's all the cruise lines and the hotels here. MGM 8% today. Norwegian, CCL, and RCL 10%, 7% there for RCL. UAA up here leading the way as far as airlines are concerned. 8% there for UAA. If you are traveling or if you are looking for some retailers that are showing a little bit of relative strength, stay away from L Brands, 8% on some news today to the downside. Material stocks and utilities also both heavily in negative territory today. Some of the communication names popping back up into positive territory and then kind of teetering back and forth. Bank shares very weak, industrials very weak, both leading the way to the downside. We mentioned UAL, I was mentioning, not UAA. UAL, there it is, 9.8%, DAL 8%, and Love Southwest 6.2%. So all of the airlines, guys, pretty heavily negative on the day. 2.6% for the overall S&P. Back over to you guys.
Guys, here we go. Look at Nikola. We just take that out right there, right before 65. It has a problem breaking 65, so we just limit that down, 64.75. That's a $3.50 winner right there off this 60. Well, our long is 59, but our average price now 60. So we take that out, or 60.50. So we take that out for basically a $4 winner there. Bang that one, big trade there happening for all you guys. Uber.
I guess you guys are excited a little bit about Whiting. I got to mention to you, it's approaching that $2 mark, so big break happening in Whiting Petroleum, now up 20%. This was $1.20 in the pre-market. 150 break we talked about, took that one long at 52. It pulled back. We talked about that one as well, the pullback. I said I'd be surprised if it got to $2, and here I am long $1.64 in that pullback, and it's about to hit $2. So I'm going to get it all out in front of $2 even. Could be a secondary breakthrough, but big time movement happening in the energy space. Whiting going along for the ride. Brendan, what do you got?
Just looking at a little bit of a story here on Uber and Lyft, guys. The state of California, this was 13 minutes ago. State of California now considering Uber and Lyft drivers employees. So a little bit of a change there as far as California is concerned. There were some rumors going back a couple of months ago that the entire U.S. was going to consider this, but looks like California moving first, guys.
Okay, well, we're already monstrous in Uber right now. We're going to take some out here at 50 just on that news. And bang, that one, belly dance it go. I mean, look at this. Today, guys, has just been a monstrous day for us. We've told you that over and over again. We've given you all the positions. I mean, who would have thought I'd have right now 5 positions, and all of them are quite in the money, including this guy here, Nikola, now a $5 winner. We've already taken that one to the top. Let's see if it takes out 65. I'm just going to hold this one all the way. I don't care how far this goes now. It's a big-time trade for us, big-time winner. My biggest stock today, though, lands on Uber and XOM, guys. Look at this destruction of XOM right here. We buy this at 48 and change. Run this thing up 80 cents. You're talking about WLL. Look at, bang, that one right to the upside there. So big time trade on XOM. We took that one. Now we're going to leave it alone, but XOM, big trade there. Nikola moving around. Hertz, you know your boys got that one. We're going to wait to see if that breaks through 225, then maybe $2 to the downside. That's where VWAP is. So what is VWAP? If you don't know, check out our Market Wisdom page. And speaking of Market Wisdom page, this is what's coming up for you guys after the show. It's our opening auction video. We'll be doing that live. You can ask questions. Myself, Neil, Valeria, Brendan, all on the show live at 12:01-ish. Let's just call it 12 o'clock. As soon as the show is over, we'll be premiering this. So head on over. Valeria will put in the chat. She'll put in the link to that, and we'll be talking opening auctions. Very exciting. And then Cabin, president and co-founder, I believe, of Cabin, and are going to be through with us at 1 p.m. on our Market Wisdom channel. If you guys want to get all educated up, guys, go back over and check that out. And speak about getting educated up. See ya, Nikola. So that one right there. All morning, guys, we were just barbecuing away. There was absolutely no problem. And then, bang, Nikola blows up in our face. And thank God we are long. A nice little $6 winner. You guys want those wins. There they are. We put that board on, and now we run that through the top side. Nikola for the win, guys.
Yeah, HHT, we eventually got the pay for shorts there just in time for it to blow through the top. Watch out, 115 is going to have to be the stop on HHT. It's come off rather heavily, but it is worth noting it did put a bottom here at 80 cents, and the first break of a dollar, certainly better than the second break, it looks like, for now anyways. I'll give it one shot in front of 115 here. If it breaks through that price, I'm not going long in HHT, but if you wanted a breakout trade there, next stop would be about 130, 135. Before I go to Brendan, I just want to go very quickly to JFIN, because there was a bit of an iceberg effect happening. I still looking at a 450 break. but there's been a seller here just holding this level over and over and over again. So I think maybe you give the stop, push it to 460, make sure it takes out that level and goes a little bit before you go long. Brendan, what do you got?
Guys, Chewy having a decent day here, up about 4%. Remember way back when over here we had earnings a couple days ago. It was kind of a grind to the downside yesterday, but relative strength here, 3.5% now for Chewy, just coming back into 51.5.
Guys, Nikola, $67 right now. This is an $8 winner we have on board right now. Let's go, Nikola. Let's keep this going. $8 winner right now on this name. So this is what you guys want. This is what you get. Big time win coming through. Macy's as well. Big time win coming through on this one. You know what? I don't need to put up the board. It doesn't matter. You guys know what we have. Big time trades. Nikola still running, guys. Let's just sit back, relax, get some cognac, and watch this one go. We'll see how far this one can go. $68 today. Told my boy this morning, buy it if you get in the 50s. I hope he did. I'm going to message him after the show. Big time trade here. 68, Nikola. Let's go, guys. Big time trade happening right now. Uber, we are out of that name as that continues to fall on some of that news. So, yeah, we should have held our Uber, but Uber, one of my best stocks of the day. Wow, what a day. What a day to trade. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Big time moves happening right here, guys. $9, Nikola.
I do believe you guys always like it to get a different perspective. We're trading heavily in the equities here, and of course, we do talk a little bit about the futures, but we bring in our resident expert and futures trader from the floor here, Arun, I do believe, is with us right now. So Arun, going to give a rundown. You there, buddy?
Yeah, today's been a pretty, you come into today, the market's down big and you expect a whole lot to happen. The market's done absolutely nothing, right? So the levels I had marked off was 30.95, which we're at now, and 31.25 on the top end. I did step into a long earlier around 31.06, around 10.08 this morning. I was in it for about 10 minutes before I got out. There's too much sell pressure. As we're coming down to this 95, if we break through, I'm going to step in. When I mean breakthrough, we got to break and kind of settle in there. I'll step into the short. I'll put up 30 points in risk, 31.25 on the top end on the stop. If we get through these 95s, I'll step into a short again, or I will step into the short. We're down there now, but I'm not ready to take it just yet. So I'm waiting on this one to see what we're going to do through here. There seems to be a ton of buying through these 3100s. I'm just looking to see that it is a legit selling that we can get through, and no one else is going to step in and say, you know what, I'd rather take it at this price and buy it right back. So make sure that the selling is legit. I'm waiting on that. I will step into this short if it is going to stay down here, and 31.25 on the top end for the stop of that trade, and we'll just manage it through after that. Yeah, back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot there, Arun. You guys, if you like Arun and want him to come on often, let us know all about it. He drops in the chat and gives some levels as well, giving you the ideas on what's going to happen in the overall market, especially in those S&P and ES, the ES futures, and of course the NQ. But I got to get to WAFU here, and this is why I'm going nuts. Finally comes to the downside and then halts. Look, this traded $8. Forget about that. It actually halted at 11.46, right around here. A couple of shares went off at $8. I'm not sure why that happened, but big time retracement. I did mention $8 would be like a levy break if it ever got down to that price. So 5-minute volatility halt going to come into that name. I can tell you we got essentially the perfect out when it comes to our good friend Whiting Petroleum. It said $2. It'd be shocking to me. Turn around on a dime at 192. I got out at 191, so a good look on the 152 long. Watch this level break here. 175 was a secondary push to the upside, getting you to the high. It's now held that a couple of times here, so I'll actually give this one a shot short through 175 one time here. Thank you there, Jerry Escoto. Good look there for the super chat. We do appreciate those. But I'm now looking 175, break down short on Whiting. See if that one can't come back in maybe to that 150 mark, guys.
And look at AAL there, guys. Nice little trade, breaking through 15.20. Finally, we go short. Gets them out at 10s there. Just couldn't talk about that one. But now we are slightly, we dumped a little bit of it. That was a momentum play straight through. Nikola, $10 winner on board there. Goes all the way to 69. We're going to give this back here to 65.50 or so. See if that one can't just keep on going. The moving average is back here on a 3-minute. This is a 1 minute. I know Valeria just asked me, so maybe some of you guys asking her what time frame. This is a 1 1 minute, but who's on the board? Rob, if you can, just show a few more screens here. Yeah, there we go. We got a 1 minute, thank you, Rob, 3 minute, a 12 minute daily chart here as well, plus a few hot lists and a bunch of different things going on here. So we're not just making decisions based on this one screen. We're going to wait to see. And here's that break on Nikola right here, 66.50 if that does happen. I did want to give a shout out to Mark as well in IT for the fans. That saved us a little bit today as the fans turning around for us. Not you fans out there, but physical fans. And here we go. We shout out to our boy. You know, we're Canadian here, so a lot of people, wow, how young is Drake in this picture here? But Drake loving Nikola as well. So he's saying, let's go. He has probably 100 million shares. I'm just saying that I have no idea what he does. But Drake, OVO, what up to you guys as well? But yeah, follow me here on Twitter. Thank you, Jerry Escato. I don't know if that's the guy you just bigged up there, Neil, but thank you so much for that super chat as we go. Macy's now at its day low. Your boys got that one as well. You know what? Let's just quickly, no, we're ready for Brendan. Why don't we throw it to Brendan? What's up,
another one that was a big mover yesterday, guys. CLDX here, huge run up. This was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Got all the way up to 560, just popping back up here. Tight little consolidation to start the day, but 470 held. We're up to about $5 for CLDX, guys.
GNUS, someone just asked about this one. I am still short GNUS. I've been shorting every single time in front of this high of day. So we did take a big win, of course, at the 375 down to 330. We loaded up again, got about a 350 average price, which I'm still working with here. Every time it dips into VWAP, I'll take some out. Otherwise, we're just sort of refreshing back into the upside. Look, if it breaks 375, 380, I am going to go long on Genius Brands just because of the setup. But overall, we're staying net short. And if it ever takes out VWAP in that 325 mark, I will still be net short when that does happen. So that's my look on GNUS. I'm still looking at Tailored Brands here because there was that break that we liked. Unfortunately, we didn't have the locates. Once we get them, it was 135 break we gave to you. It's made another leg down. Now it's a 129 break. We'll take that as well. And 120 we also like. But it's past 1050, and that means we need to get to Brendan. Money talks.
Hey guys, yeah, let's get a look at currency world for you on this day. A little bit of an interesting story so far. The British pound back to the downside in a big way. It was actually more than a full percent, bouncing back up a little bit right now, but 0.8% for the sterling, 126.4. We were almost at 130 earlier in the week, so a bit of a pullback here, pretty sharp pullback for the pound versus the US dollar. You can see across the board everything kind of negative today, so US dollar strength coming back into play, including our Canadian dollar down 0.9%. Back to 73.9, or just below that 74 area. The euro higher on the day, interestingly enough, just slightly. We have Australia and New Zealand down here. Big time moves to the downside, 1.2%, and then 0.8% for New Zealand, 64.8 there. Crypto's not really doing a heck of a lot. Been a bit of a quiet week when it comes to cryptos. Bitcoin here, 9,600, Ethereum 240, both down about 2.5 to 3% on the day. Back over to you guys.
Thank you, Brennan. One name that we haven't gotten back over to was Tesla, of course, and it's bounced 2 times off of VWAP at 1,000. It is getting shallow, more and more shallow, at least on these little bounces here, with the market trending back to the downside. Look, you're probably looking at a breakdown. I'm going to be looking at a 1,000 break to the downside and see if we can't take the first short on Tesla in a while. I actually haven't shorted in Tesla in quite some time. I was looking at a break of 982, 983 area earlier this morning. That hasn't happened. I think if you break 1,000 and hold below, you're looking at next stop potentially down at that price. So now firmly on the radar for the first time, short side action on Tesla. Very, very quickly, I want to get you over to that tailored. I still like this break at 129, but I'm going to, if we get this short through 129, we're looking to take some off in front of 120, even better break through that price. And Hertz, we've gotten away from Hertz for at least a little while here. You see this consolidation. We've seen this set up a few times here at 425 and at 325 at this time of day, getting close to that lunchtime hour, holding above VWAP. I'm going to be shorting it in front of 225. I'm going to be getting out in front of $2. I'll be getting out some in front of VWAP. And if it breaks 2, you're adding to the position, not subtracting. So I'm going to get back into Hertz for the first time. 225 would be the stop. At that point, I'm not shorting anything till 250. And we're going to look to get back into Hertz for the first time in a while. But watch out for that Tesla 1000 when it looks like it's eventually going to break here, guys. Bouncing 3 times. At some point, it's got to go, guys.
Okay, we reloaded our coffee here, and we come back, and yeah, Nicola's still a monster trade down here, long $60. Actually, our long right now is 59. That's why it's showing $8 in the money. So yahoo on that one. Okay, Hertz, I just heard Neil talking about that. We're already short right now. That's 20 pennies in the money. And Macy's right now, bang that one out. Code word today. Macy's. How about that? Yeah, no, the code word doesn't mean anything. Just a fun thing there. Code word Macy's today to the downside. It's been a big stock for us as we go. I saw someone say that, is this guy lit? I don't know what that means, but yeah, we're lit for sure as we continue to go. Those of you that have watched us forever, man, you know the kind of energy that we're trying to bring here on the show, and we celebrate our winners. We're putting on real risk here, real shares, real money. So yeah, we work for a prop firm. It's Day Trade the World. Shout out to them. They're our sponsor. We use P Pro 8 software here, and it's proprietary trading. We're flat at the end of every single day. We're trading company money here, and yeah, maybe they need to give me a little bit more money so that we can hammer these stocks even more and more. Look at Macy's right here, guys. This is a 20 penny winner. So Macy's coming to the downside now. I don't know where to get out. I want to go. I want to go short more here as the market just completely falling down. We are getting our Nicola to 65.50. I understand what the market's doing. It's just tanking here. We understand that completely. Let me check in on my SPXU trade. Long 11.05 last night. There it is, 12.25. We talked about I gave this trade to you guys actually at the open down here. We talked about taking this one long. I don't like to trade ETFs on the show, but look at the volume. Anyways, SPXU, I hope some of you guys rode with me on that one. What up, Mr. Wiggins?
Downside here, guys. Philip Morris updated their current quarter forecast to the downside this morning. You can see in the pre-market here, pretty violent move down. Just got alerted there. Day lows, 4 p.m., down 2.8%, guys.
Yeah, Tesla testing that 1,000 to the downside now. So we just dropped into that short trade on a $1,000 break. I actually ended up getting a very, very favorable fill here. So my price just above 1,000 here. It's only in the money about $1. But we did mention, though, that if it holds below VWAP here, makes a test of 95. Really decent chance you can see those 80s again. So I'm going to hang on to Tesla to the short side. I'll quickly update the position board as well. We're already in the money $2.50. Quickly going to update the position board for you. All shorts right now with the market rolling over. Added to GNUS there at 350, so 353. That's headed southbound. Tesla shorted at 1,000. Whiting just reloaded at 173 when that bounced down through 175. So pick the top there on the long. Now reverse short. XSPA not really moving. It's out of the money 10 cents. And a small cap going to dig me in here. Could be my second losing stock of the day. Here we go on Tesla, potential another winner here. Trying to run this down to 990, then 982, guys. So Tesla in the money, $2 on the short, guys.
Good, yeah, nice winner there on Tesla. We're out of Nikola. That's an $8 winner. We talked about that breaking through 65.50. Sorry, 650 winner on Nikola. Let's see how far that did go down there. We did get out 65.50, so we get out right there. That's right where it comes out. Just didn't want that to go too much further. It does touch down through 65. And again, it's just the market coming down here, but look at what we're cashing in on big time right now. AAL. I hope you guys had that one. And there it is, guys. We fall down the money on AAL. Big size here at 15, but I think that'll probably break. So we are short once again. AAL, big time winner. The wins just keep on coming for us here. I'll put up the position board real quickly here just to show you guys what we do have on right now. And it's a profitable day for us. So here's AAL short. You already see that. That's trying to break through right now. That's 15 cents in the money. Hertz is 20 cents in the money. And Macy's is 23 cents in the money. We're not high on anything, just on life over here, guys. Let's throw it over to the big screen, I think, with Miss Valeria.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. European stocks fell sharply on Thursday as investors digested the latest comments from the US Federal Reserve. France is down 3.97%. Spain is down 4.39%. Italy is down 4.56%. Britain is down 3.32%. And Germany is down 3.51%. German car makers are experiencing a huge drop in the demand. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And we'll go with winner chicken dinner. We'll talk about GNUS. A couple of people are asking my thoughts. Staying net short. That was my response there. Adding to it on a 350 break. I'm going to hold through VWAP. I'm going to hold through 325. We will take profit on the way down because a $3 name, when you get 15 penny wins, you do take them. When you get 20, you do take those. But I like staying net short in this name. I haven't gone long despite the fact it had a big bounce to the upside because I like to hunt the shorts in Genius Brands. We're now in the money $5 in Tesla, almost $6 now. So starting to get towards our target. Genius and Tesla and the entire market coming down. Only short and no reason not to keep hitting the jackpot here, guys, as it's been a fantastic morning and it's only getting better. 325 coming up here in Genius Brands, so a quick 25-cent win on some of these shares and look to get even more than that, guys. So south side action with the exception of XSPA, throw that one down the tube.
Yeah, you mentioned Chewy there as well today, Brendan, and yeah, that was the stock that we traded yesterday. And AAL, guys, for the destruction and for the win. So here goes AAL. Breaks through. I mean, I mentioned it was going to break through 15. We're still short, net short here. Big stock, one of my biggest stocks here again for the day. We are net short AAL. We just put up the board. I don't need to show you again. We are short here 15.15 and just crashing down here, guys. So AAL, big time win as this market, Neil just talked about it there, continuing to fall down. AAL will get some out there as this is the momentum through 15. So we don't, sometimes you got to sort of let this work itself out. It looks like it wanted to stop there around 87, 88. So let's take out some AAL for once again, just another winner. We have Hertz 25 cents, Macy's 25 cents, and AAL 25 cents. 3 positions, all quarters in the money, guys.
I don't know why I didn't hit it last time, but we do have this nice little Tesla graphic, and it's like I hit a couple of big wins on Tesla. I just talked about 95s there, sort of mentioning the first leg to the downside. I wanted to short a dip, so I take it out for the $5 clean, like before we got to the upside, and now I'm looking to see if we can't short the pop here, guys. Market's still headed down. Tesla coming back a little bit. If it wants to pop into 1,000 again, I'm going to fade it. When I say fade it, it means I'm going to short against the short-term trend move. So it's coming back to the upside. I'm looking for it to roll shy of 1,000. It stalls there. We're going to jump back into the short trade in Tesla and then see if we can't continue this trend. Nothing against Tesla, but the market's coming down. Of course, such a big run up, you do see some profit taking. And let's see if we can continue to take advantage of that on this name, guys. So short, GNUS in the money. Now looking to get back short in Tesla if we can hold below VWAP in 1,000 even.
Yeah, I think we're ready. Are we ready for Brendan? Almost. When we are, we can just throw to him, guys. I did get out of some of that AAL. We did talk about that through 14.95. There we go. We're ready now. What's up, Brandon?
MBIO, guys, Mustang Biotech, big offering announced after market yesterday. Also another one rolling over here, just about to make day lows. We actually mentioned this one on the upside yesterday, but big time negative, down 30% here for MBIO, guys.
So a quick look there. I'm still looking at this monster buyer on GNUS. So if you guys are short with us here, whether you got the 360s, whether you got 350s, or maybe you shorted when it broke VWAP, there is a big buyer on GNUS at 325. This gets taken out. I've already taken everything out that I'm going to in front of that price. I'm either shorting a pop, and thank you once again, Jerry. I love that, the one up, a little video game action with Hungry Hippo. If 325 breaks, I'm holding for a 3 even move. We're already short this name at 350. We're already deep in the money on GNUS. I did just short as well again in Tesla. We talked about any kind of a bounce back to the upside. We take a shot here in front of 1,000. So 997.5 on the way back in. We'll give it back to 1,000. If this trade now, we're holding through a 995 break. So if it breaks 995, target out in front of 990. See if we can't get another $5 scalp. But we're only going to risk a couple of bucks here on Tesla after having already gone 2 for 2. So we're loving that one. We're absolutely loving GNUS to the downside as well.
Okay, we're going to take Gap here to the downside if it wants to go. It's bouncing off VWAP right now, so we're going to wait for 1020, 1021 to go on that name. And that's a good out right down there on AAL. We talked about using the momentum to go downside there. So as the market does retrace a bit here, look, things that keep falling, eventually there's going to be some kind of retracement back, right? And so for right now, you got to make sure that you are covering your shorts. If you do have any, take advantage of this momentum down. We're down 3.25. Well, sorry, 3.12% down here. So we're gonna watch and see what that is. Jerry, man, yeah, good job, man. This guy's just busting through on the super chats. So shout out to you, Jerry. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, AAL straight to the downside for right now. Macy's also going to the downside. My big play is going to be on Gap if that does come through. But right now we are celebrating everything, but not Nikola. We did get out here maybe at the bottom. We're going to wait to see. I don't mind if this short, if it does break through 65 again, but watch out for Nikola down to the downside on this name. Right now I'm just focusing on Gap if that does break that 20 level, guys.
Yeah, I keep mentioning how unhappy I am with XSPA, and I'm going to continue to be. Look at it absolutely holding rock solid at 450. This is where I'm short. I'm short at 453. I wanted to be giving this one to VWAP, which seems like there's not enough upside on, but I mean that it's not enough room to the downside for me to be able to get a big time winner here. We're going to get stopped on Tesla as it takes 1,000 again, so we're now 2 for 3 on that one. I'm still going to hunt for another short in Tesla at some point. It just might not be right at that 1,000 mark. But now I got to consider what to do with XSPA. It doesn't seem reasonable to give it to 490. It's now forming a bit of a higher low, and I'm short right here at 450. It's about 10 cents out of the money, which isn't a lot, but I'm not giving it 20 or 30 if I don't think I'm now going to make more than that. So I'm tightening my stop up to 470. I'm only risking about 20 cents here. Just got to just throw away the garbage. And XSPA has been that for me after having missed out on that big flush trade just before the open, as I was busy in Hertz, which was fantastic, but missed the initial trade. Not going to fall into that FOMO. You're going to tighten the stop and just get out of this one, guys.
FOMO, we like that one. FOMO, fear of missing out, guys. Definitely check us out. We'll put this board back up on for you guys here. Coming after the show, join us at 12 o'clock. Opening auction videos. We always talk about how important that is. I show it every single day, and we get a lot of love for that. So, and then we have Cabin CEO. Is it CEO? It's president and co-founder coming through. So Cabin, CABN on the CSE. You guys can definitely check that out. I did want to get back into Hertz. It's down to 211 right now, so we're just bouncing around. I mean, we've got out a couple times here at 210, 209, things like that. So it's been a good one for us on Hertz today. We did not start off well, but what's happening now is more to the downside. What a short up there. Basically, the best short you could have had. I mean, you could have had maybe 246, but we take that to 37, and hopefully that one's going to be profitable. Wow, mash that like button. Thank you, Jerry, again. Yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe. But right now, let's throw it over to the man, the myth, the legend. Brandon's got something else for us. What up, bud?
One group we haven't really looked at or talked about today, guys. Some of the cannabis names pretty weak here. 7% for Aurora to the downside if you're looking at it in New York. Just breaking through 1330 here. Watch 13 even if you go out to a daily time frame. Decent level for ACB. That 13 even. The rest of the group also Tilray as well, kind of moving downside as well, guys.
Once again, Jerry just absolutely on fire. You absolutely loving it. We're loving it. We're having a lot of fun here. Market continues to drop. I am still working into whiting to the south side, but look at this consolidation here. So we like to see things occasionally go sideways because when it does roll over, it can just be a bigger and stronger move to the downside. Also gives you a clear stop. If you wanted to, you only give it to 175. I'm only risking a couple of cents there. I'm giving it to 180 this short. I'm looking to see if we can't get down to VWAP. So I don't mind adding to the position here. The longer it consolidates, the more room it's going to give you to the downside. So I like whiting short. It's one of the things we have on in addition to that GNUS, but also in addition to trying to chase Hertz here. And I tried grabbing Hertz to 225. So 220 or so, a couple of legs down, didn't get it. It's now at VWAP, but it's bounced a couple of times. So I'll be patient. Every single time it's gotten down here, it's bounced back up and giving you a short in the mid-teens to 220. So I'm going to wait here to make sure we can get that one, guys, on any kind of a bounce back. If it does break 2 before I get in on the short side at 15 or 20, we'll just go short at 2 even. But either way, going to wait patiently inside of this range of Hertz.
Yeah, I got to take my, oh, wow. It's always nice when you get this from the wife. And here we go. Miss Gia, again, cooking class. So it looks like they've got, are these some chai seeds there? I don't know what that is. But yeah, it looks like she's making something here. She loves this cooking class. Watch out. I see that's a butter knife. So that's a good thing there. We need to make sure that we use butter knives when you're 5 years old. But what up, princess? Hopefully you make that and we do that well. And we'll be having some of that when we get home, whatever it is. I don't know if it looks like a melon kind of granola kind of combo thing there. Thank you for that. But what up, Brandon? Valeria?
Hey guys, just a huge shout out to Jerry Escota. Thank you very much. How many super chats you sent to us? I can't even count. It's like more than 10 for sure. Thank you very much for your support. You make us so enthusiastic about what we do. Guys, please support us also. Hit the thumbs up. Let's break all the records. Let's reach 2,000 likes today. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
We only hit that once, the 2,000 likes. Let's get that again. Okay, Jerry, we see you. We see you. Good. Thank you so much. And thank you to Valeria for that one. Good little heads up on that. Guys, we told you about Hertz. Hertz has been a banger. Your boy's been on this one all day here. We talked about putting on a real position. Finally up here. We take it, and now it's just cash money. We're at our highest point we've ever been at all day, so we avoid this happening to us. This morning, it was like, almost, but we step away and we do not get run over today. It's been a big day, man. Macy's, look at this, 20 cents in the money. Hertz, 30 cents in the money. Hurt me on that one. AAL, 25 cents in the money. So right now, 3 positions, all to the short side. We're loving what's happening right now. Big day here. Big day. Thank you so much, guys. It's going to get even better with our premiere coming at 12 o'clock. Check that page out, man. We're really proud of the Market Wisdom page, Neil.
Yeah, watch out for Disney here, trying to break a double bottom at 115.50. That could be a break at 113.50 was a level that we were shouting out in the pre-market. And again, make sure you're tuning in the morning before the market opens, because we start at 9 o'clock and we go over all the stocks that we're going to watch. We go over our watch list. Make sure you're getting that as well. And we tell you the levels that we're looking at in our plan of action for the day. So if you're trying to follow along here, I know it can be fast at times. It certainly helps to have the watch list and make sure you prepare at 9 o'clock. So I'm watching this break at 115.50. That I'd give about to this 116.10 area, the 116.15, 116.20. Risk about 60, 70 cents on the breakdown. Looking at 113.50 is the ultimate target there. If it gets anywhere close to that, I'd be taking it off. I sort of had that as support. If it gets down to that price, I would be out of any short. But Disney, now looking to break through the bottom.
Yeah, we also go short GPS now. This is a new position alert, so we'll hit the alert button, air horn for you guys. I gave you this GPS trade. Yeah, I got Brandon, don't worry. Down here at 10:30. It's now 10:17. Let's take, am I bidding even to take some off here? Yeah, we are. We're bidding some GPS here. Let's see if we get some out now. We're short at $10.20. We just missed that 10:17, but what up, Brendan?
Lake, guys, recent high flyer here, 15% still to the upside. Just got rejected pretty hard there at 22. Volume coming into the downside on Lake. This one had a huge move up a couple of days ago and then just faded off hard all day yesterday. So we're into some significant levels from yesterday now on LAKE, guys.
Go GPS. Go GPS. We see you there, Sky Allison. Nice name. I've never seen it with 2 Ks. Probably not with 2 Ks. But hey, look, we have Maria coming on our show tomorrow as a guest trader. Sky, if you'd like to join us as well, Valeria, drop the link. Sky, hit us up. We'll do a little bit of pre-prep with you and bring you on the show. And what up, GPS? This is what we're talking about. The day just gets better and better and better. I've been hating on the retail space. You're right, Eric. I've been hating on GPS, but I haven't traded it on the show. I don't think ever. I did want options on this name. Did not get any. Boo-hoo on that. But GPS now to the downside. I'm hating everything retail besides Target and Walmart and Amazon. We love Amazon. Hope that my Amazon order comes in soon. Here we go to the downside now. GPS, I am bidding 15s. Let's see if we can't get that love and make another quick 5 cents on this $10 name. We still have, look, I still have 80% of this trade. We're going to get out of a little bit more, 5% more here at 15, and then let this one, bang, 14s now. Let's just keep on going. Yes, sir. Let's go, guys.
Everything to the short side working. It is one of those arrow down situations right now. Hertz about to break too, so I'm going to be adding to that position. Take some off in front, add to it when it breaks. Whiting as well moving to the downside. We pegged the top here. Literally 192 is the high of the day. 191 we got out. We rolled into the short a couple of times here in this consolidation. We mentioned it this entire 10, 15 minutes would make a move down to VWAP, so we'll take some off for the first scalp of 10 cents. It breaks VWAP. I will still be net short when it happens, but this is why I take it out in Hertz in front of $2. Because if it holds 2, it'll give you a short little pop here, probably maybe get you back in at like 10 or 12. I'll be doing that. I'm also taking a 2 break on that one. One more name to get back to you guys. It continues to flush to the downside. I am staying net short in GNUS. It's going to have to break the high of the day for me to be out of these shorts. That's just the way it's going to be for me today on JNUS. It has not broken 325 yet. I am short up here at 350. I'm looking for a 40 to 50 cent win on this trade ultimately. So JNUS still net short, still working out. And Disney did break through that low. So we're engaged in Disney at 115.46 is the price. It's right at that low right now. Targets all the way down to 113.50. My out is just going to be if it goes about 60, 70 cents out of the money. So relatively tight stop with the futures trying to bounce at the low here. It is lunchtime. You want to make sure you are locked in, taking profits where they are, managing risks. It's that time of day where you don't want to overtrade. Not at 11.15. That's not my cup of tea, but we don't stop trading because the winners kind of keep coming here. GNUS short side trade. Looking to short this pop here in Hertz. Probably around 209, 210.
Yeah, guys, we're going to once again tweet this out, all of our position board right here. You can see it. This is what we have short. I'm just going to put it on here right now, guys. AAL, GPS, Hertz, and Macy's, all to the short side. And do you see anything in these names here? BS, and BS. So how about that, guys? I do like the names for a longer term play. There's no doubt about that, but we are not right now loving some of these recovery names. It's been a big show. GPS, I'm just really, really proud of that one because I know a lot of traders like to look at that name. Big trade. We put on some real shares here and just cash it in. And that's why, guys. I mean, those of you that think the excitement here is falsified, it's not. When we're making this kind of money, and I know the viewers are loving the show, I do get excited. I've been doing this now for 18 plus years. So yeah, we're not fooling around here on the show. Really enjoying ourselves. And thank you guys once again for all the support. This is our biggest show here to date. Is it Brendan? Yeah. Brendan, what up, bud?
B hat, guys. We were talking about this one, blue hat on the NASDAQ here. We were talking about this one earlier, got rejected up there at $2. Big move back down to 160. Looking like it might want to give you another leg here to the downside, just about to break 155 for blue hats. Guys.
Just re-engaged on that little short there. We talked about it possibly popping on Hertz from $2, so it does do that into VWAP. I'll get back in here at 210, just like we sort of said we would. 225 has to break for me to be not net short Hertz. In front of this 2 even, guys. So this is what we're going to work with here. Continue the same trend that it's been doing this entire time. I do love that one. I want to get back to one other one for you. That HHT, it did keeps turning. Again, I made the top wick on a couple of stocks yesterday on the out. It looks like the same short happening here on HHT. It does break that 15 mark. It gets me out. So add that to that other losing trade on Macy's that we had, winner and a loser, I should say, but a slightly bigger loss than we had on the win. HHT is now holding below VWAP. So again, a dollar break is in play. You're probably still giving it to 115, 120 if you want to re-engage in that trade, guys. You have my you have my sort of a blessing to go ahead and do that. I'm probably going to wait for the 120 mark. That looks at 115, 120 mark. That looks a little better to me. Or a breakdown through about 90 cents. I like that on HHT.
Okay, guys, as we're going here, Hertz, Neil just keeps talking about that as well. We are net short at 36, so we're just going to wait on that one. And again, guys, we did just crack through that 2,400, so I don't know who it was, but thank you so much for making this a big account and a lot of people following it. We tweeting out a lot of funny things. Oh, yesterday, I talked about going home. Anybody, if you like Caesars, guys, put your favorite drink in the chat. Yesterday, we had 200. And here's Elon yesterday. This was a big trade. Elon Musk yesterday dancing around. But we had 458 fills yesterday. So when I went home, it was barbecue time. Threw down some hot Italian sausages. Threw down some honey garlic. The kids prefer honey garlic. So does the wife. Myself, I'll take that hot Italian all day. And then the wife and I enjoyed some Mott's Clamato, not sponsored by the show, but I wish it was. Nice little Caesar. And as you can see, just like how we like the trades here, extra spicy, but it's at Trader TV Sean. So follow me on there and we'll have a good time. This is when I rang the bell at the TSX. That was a big day as well. So ringing the bell there at the TSX, that was in support of charity. So that was fun. We're really happy to do that again. Maybe we'll get to do that, but I don't know if I'll be allowed to leave the show, but that would be fun if we did it again. Hertz down to 205. It's almost time for me to throw it to, and I'm going to do this because it's a big time shirt, and I think it might be one of our best selling shirts, and there it is. I don't know if that's a sheep or a goat, but he is the goat. So what up, Brandon?
Is that officially available? I think We'll have to check with. Not yet. We're hearing not yet, but coming. Yeah, coming. Guys, want to show you what's coming up in about 40 minutes. First off, we're going to have a brand new premiere of an education video on opening auctions. We're going to do another one then on closing auctions coming up at a later date. But opening auctions coming up at 12:01 over on Market Wisdom. And then, yeah, Cabin Networks co-founder coming up at 1 p.m. Going to be an interesting little chat with him, again, over on Market Wisdom, guys. So stick around for that coming up still today. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Brendan. One thing we always do here is keep it real, and I did mention I liked Luckin if it were to break down below VWAP. I did miss the 350 break. Thankfully, a little bit of a bounce here off the low. So if you had it, great. Maybe you've taken your win already. It's consolidating lower. This is what I was kind of hoping Hertz would have already done by now. So I'm going to work into a short position on Luckin Coffee here. I just give it to this sort of 355 to 360 area. Back short side. Luckin, it's SSR, short sale restricted. That's why it's tricky. You can't hit the bid aggressively. It does mean you have to sit on the offer, wait for an uptick, wait for a pullback, find any way you can to get short. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now in front of 360 on Luckin Coffee.
Okay, guys, we're long CCL 1824. We just punched that long right now. So if you want it, you can grab it with. 1824 on this break here of Carnival Cruise Lines. Look, I mean, the market, I don't know if it's going to come back or not. I think this is a decent play here. We are ahead of VWAP. Neil and I always talk about positioning at this time of day. It's 11:20, so this is not going to be a big position by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a decent one. So we're here to make money, so that's what we're trying to do. So we'll put this on the board right now. CCL looking like it should be able to withhold this. I'm not going to give this too much room. Like I said, I'm very negative on everything. We're short GPS, we're short Hertz, we're short AAL, but we do go long CCL right here, flat now, long at 1824. Just going to give this one to like 1810-ish. So a very, very small runway here. We'll average into that, but we're not going to give it too much room here. But CCL for the win here. Let's see if we can't get this going just to top off our day. We're perfect everywhere. I mean, our biggest trade loser was HTZ on the front side of it, but we made that money back. CCL, 7 pennies already. I just talked you guys through this trade and why we liked it. Here it is. This is why we're the scalp masters, I guess, on the show here. A nice little 7 penny winner to start, or 6 pennies, can't do math, but a 6 penny winner here on CCL. Let's take some out and then let's let it go all the way to the top, guys.
Guys, I actually had to go and quickly get locates on Luckin Coffee. Didn't make sure we had them before, but I did grab the short here. 347 will start it off. But we do need to go to Brendan right now. What do you got at the desk, bud?
Yeah, a little breakout here, guys. HUYA, the latest Chinese company to start going today. Big pop through 1710 there. Was a huge seller. Refreshing. Finally got taken out there. 8% now for HUYA. They're in the online gaming website design space, but based out of China as well, guys.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, another Chinese name there on the move. What a surprise! Again, these names are these Chinese names are crazy. What up, Jerry? Again, I see you there, Bart Simpson. One up. A few free lives there on the chat. So good job there on that. But yeah, I see a lot of people asking about my Macy's positions and things like that. If you're gonna see me in position for too long, it means basically we're out of everything. And I've already told you guys that about Macy's here. We saw it down at 7. We've gotten some out. It's below VWAP. I'm basically flat. I have the last 10% on right now, so I don't really worry too much when these positions are on right now because, again, I take new positions and put on new risk, right? So you still are going to see Macy's flying around on my position board, but it's so super light, and I actually have an out up here at 720 if we do break this. This is VWAP on our 1 minute. If you're not familiar with volume-weighted average price, then you will be able to check it out on our Market Wisdom page. One of our best videos, as well as buying the dip, I noticed has like 10,000 views or something, so good job on that one. Maybe we can throw to Valeria at some point, or she can at least put in the chat there the link to our Market Wisdom page. And why is that? Because coming up, we just keep doing this because we get new viewers, guys. So if this is the 10th time you've seen it, I apologize. Coming up, opening auction. We get a lot of questions about the opening auction. So there it is. That's going to be coming up there, followed by Cabin CEO. Let's check out Cabin right now. KABN on the CSE No idea what it's doing today. Haven't really looked. A nice 21 cents today. So we're down 7%. We'll check that out when he comes back on and talk more about the opportunities that lie within cabin. But right now, CCL was in the money, and this is why we cash a little bit out. I told you about being a scalper. That's a 6-penny win. We take out a little bit there, and now we'll just wait to see as the futures now kind of hovering around. We'll give this one not too much more. I gave it to about 18.10 here on a breakdown. That's about as far as I'm going to give this trade, guys.
Yeah, we took off that Disney's. I mentioned a tight stop at the time of day. Look, if you're trying to make $2, $3, yeah, you can give it a buck. I was giving it about 60, 70 cents, and we did take that one off. Someone also asked about GNUS. I will reiterate my position here. I am short at 351 on GNUS. I've been short since 9:31, essentially, right off of the open. You had the little spike to the upside, shorted in front of a high a day, got some out, reloaded as it came back up, got some out in front of VWAP, reloaded again here at 350, and we're still hanging on to that short. I will add, not take off at 325. Everything I've taken out, that's it. I'm not going to take anything more off of this 350. I'll be adding if it breaks 325. Next stop for me would be that 3 even level. I'd take some profit there, but ultimately I'd like to see if we can't get back to that 280 mark that we ran away from, in the pre-market. So still short GNUS. It would probably have to take out the high of the day there, that 375, 380 mark for me to get out of this one and be done with the short. Brendan, what do you got?
Free little resource here for everyone, guys. We've been talking about these little crazy Chinese stocks that have been moving around past couple of days, not really giving you the same kind of insanity as far as the moves are concerned today. This could be why. This is Robinhood's leaderboard, guys. Just go to their website. Just Google Robinhood leaderboard. This is the popularity board on by rankings on their website. So Ford, GE, AAL, Dow, and Disney, the top 5 there over on Robinhood today. So we are still seeing some of these Chinese names kind of popping up, but nowhere near at the veracity that we've seen over the past couple of days. Could be why, guys.
Yeah, and there it is, guys. CCL, we do, and that's why we get it. We tried to average in a little bit. Not tried, we did average in a little bit there. Then we get out. Told you it breaks 18.10, we're out. So we will fall in a hole on that one, CCL. But like I said, it was small. We are negative on it because we did average in there, but we still have a small position. We'll see if 18.30 will hold or not. We'll come back up to that. Jerry, again, what's up with that? For you, coffee. Yeah, cheers for you as well. Head over, buy, grab one of these mugs, and then we can cheers you live on the show. Anybody get any of their merch delivered to them anytime soon, tweet at me and we'll show that back on the show. Here comes CCL back to the upside. We're in our averaged in price now at 18.17. Let's see if that one can go for us now. Back to 18.30.
Shout out Summer Way telling Jerry to relax a little bit. Hey man, if you're having fun and you're enjoying it and things are going well, you have to enjoy when the market is going for you at times here, guys. And we're gonna update quickly on Hertz. You see all these orders I have down here. Every little turquoise line is orders to get out. I am basically covering shorts in front of 2 even and then looking for a break. Otherwise, I'm shorting in front of 225. So simple structure to that trade over there in Hertz. I did actually get into Tailored Brands finally. We were mentioning that one earlier, waiting very, very patiently for it to sort of like hold down around this 130. It did break down, went to 125. I shorted the pop in front of that 130 level again. So this could be a slow working trade, but if 130 breaks, it's pretty easy out for me, and I'm short here at 128. I want 120 as an out in front of that, and then I want to break short again if 120 gets taken out to the bottom side. So I've been looking for shorts in Tailored Brands. We didn't have the locates up here at 135. I went ahead and got them. So late to the party, we've been calling this one all morning long. Going to continue this trade to the downside. Also, Luckin Coffee. We mentioned getting into this one as well. This one broke short at 350. We have it on. I'm looking to add in front of VWAP. I'm looking to see if we can't take some off down around 330, but I actually tried to get more shares and it's short sale restricted. That's why I have an order sitting there. Tried to get that 345 break. I'm still looking to add to this short, not take off just yet in Luckin Coffee.
17.84. No, I'm not out of that trade yet. You guys talking about CCL. It's a very... I mean, look, guys, I don't know. We don't really show our positions, the amount of shares on the show, but it's not a big position, so I'm not going to worry about the CCL trade. It's just a small one right here. We're waiting for it. I talked about that it was small here. We did average in, and then we did get out. So I'm holding 10% of the trade right here. We may try to average in on this VWAP and then give it to the bottom of the day here, and then we'll be out. It's going to be a loser. That's fine, but it's not a very big position at all for this trade right now. So we'll talk about being honest, and that was that. So here we go, guys. JP Morgan, I've been loving that name to the downside lately, and today not... Are we? I was going to say we're not down 12% on JPM, but 6% still nice. Looking to break the bottom here. I would like, and this is kind of a trade that I like to do quite often. You see this bunching up here. If we can break back above this little bunch zone here, which is actually, can even take this wick. I mean, it's funny that's right at 100 even. Let's go long if we break through 100 on JP Morgan. We'll do a little bit more work here on a 3-minute. We'll drop this down. We'll go minutes 3 here. See what's popping on that. Same kind of thing. VWAP all the way back up here. You get some bottoms right now at 99.50 from the morning, so there's some support there. I do like this long if it does come back, but when the market's down 3.25%, very hard to predict this market coming back right now. Needs some kind of news. Mr. Jerome Powell there set the table yesterday, so that was no doubt about that one. I'm going to check back in on my SPXU trade. Bang, we're long 11.05 from yesterday at 3 o'clock, so that's been a big time trade. Our CCL trade coming back a little bit. We are long though,
Sean,
at 18.17.
You know what we don't have? We don't have like a coffee graphic, and I kind of wanted
Starbucks.
I wanted to cheers you guys here with the mugs, and Sean doing a great job of letting you guys know you can drink from the same one. It's not bad, but it's kind of good.
It's the only one I could find on the
Yeah,
floor,
I wanted something with our mug on here, but speaking of coffee,
did have one.
Luckin broke 340. I mentioned I wasn't taking anything out yet. I will start working this position out. It was a 347 short. I wanted closer to 350 if we could get it. Yeah, if it gets down to this 325 mark, I'll take a bunch of more shares out. Next stop would be $3 after that. So we're going south side in the market. We're going south side in Luckin Coffee. This one gave you a long consolidation that we talked about, so plenty of time to get into this position and then work it to the downside. Yes, it's short sell restricted. That means you cannot hit the bid, but it gave you sideways action to be able to sit passively on the offer and get shares, which is what we did. Now looking to take it off, starting with a 10-cent win, looking for about a 20, 30-cent target on Luckin Coffee, guys.
Yes, Luckin Coffee, big target there, and good trading on Luckin today. Tesla back above. I haven't traded Tesla yet. I traded Nikola. We had an $8 winner, a $6.50 winner on Nikola earlier, but right now Tesla, it's hovering around that VWAP. Let me check out Nikola quickly. Nikola Motors, I love this name a lot more. This was the big wins here, taking this. We didn't take out the top, 65. Some nice consolidation here. Maybe this is worth a look on Nikola. Valeria at the big screen. Let's go.
Hey guys, I would like to introduce you to our merch. Well, and show you how to order. It's very simple. You go to our Stock Market Today by TraderTV.live page, go to the store folder, and here's the shelf with all our merchandise. You can see classic Trader TV Live mug here, all of us flossing, fruit time salad, hoodies, and t-shirts. Guys, to order, you simply click on the item, choose, let's go with the hoodie today, Brandon. Click on the hoodie, yeah, and you select your size, select quantity, 10 at once for all the family, and add to cart and proceed to checkout, and that's it. It will come to you very shortly. Guys, please let us know which design you want us to make, because we do that for you also, right? Someone wrote on the chat that they want mug with a boom, so, or booyah. We will do that. Guys, let us know. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Remember, those prices are Canadian dollars, guys. So, yeah, our currency, as Brandon talked about it on Money Talks, is doing okay. Yeah, it's convertible, but what we're showing there is Canadian prices. So get the stuff on the cheap right now. Yeah, good little update there. Thank you so much for that, Valeria. But yeah, we're into CCL here. It's about to break down the bottom. We did take a more shares right now. So we're in this decently right now. But again, we're not giving it much room. So we will just fall in a hole here or put CCL into the gates of hell. It's my #1 stock in the last month, 2 months. So that's, we're not really invested into this one right now. I am a shorter today of everything. You guys know that. GPS short, AAL, Hertz, and Macy's. This was just a little test here, and it looks like we would fail that test, as it looks like it's going to break down below the low of the day here, and that's when we're going to get out 1785 break. Actually, I think I have in there. I don't want to hold it too much past that, so we'll wait to see here. It looks like CCL taking out the bottom, guys.
I gotta hit this one, like you said. It's all we got going for coffee, so I waited all morning to short Luckin. We did put it on. Next leg out was going to be in front of 325. Actually took some out at 331. Still have over half the position here, and looking to see if we can't test these pre-market levels. 317 down there. We did touch 3.25. That's why we took some shares off there right off the open before running into immediate support. Sometimes you can kind of throw that out the window on opening trades, but every now and then it's going to be significant. I would still give it a shot, shorting a pop in front of VWAP here, maybe 345, 350. You'll take it again one more time with a 355 stop instead of 360, but waited for it, hammered it. I still have another short, which we're patiently waiting for to roll over, and that's going to be Whiting. There's nothing wrong with setting this one up here with a 175 price, but this hasn't broken VWAP. So if this one wants to take 160, go to the downside, I will still be net short when it happens. As long as it hasn't taken out 180, I'll be short in Whiting. If it goes to 140, 130, I'll probably take a bunch of it off here. 125 would have always been a key level on Whiting, so got to watch out for that. If we get anywhere down there, I'll be too happy with another 40, 50 cent move. Brendan, what do you got for us?
The energy group, guys, still pretty weak right across the board. Just wanted to mention some of the drillers here, some of the oil and gas drillers, also big time negative territory today. We mentioned this one yesterday, actually had a huge move to the upside. We're all the way back down to Monday's levels here. 110 and then 115, but just teetering here, looking like it might want to test lower prices, guys, on BORR.
Yeah, we have Jerry. People get
need a Jerry graphic.
Okay, guys. Uber. Sorry, I dropped it too early, but we had that idea, and I hope a lot of you guys had this with me, and that's Uber. This has been my best stock. I think it's turning into my favorite stock again. Look at these shorts. We shorted it really early. That's 10 o'clock. Captured that profit, then re-shorted it up here on that bump once again up to $33. Back down all the way, making new lows here. So yeah, Uber, the name that just keeps on giving you the profits, and we definitely sat back, chilled out, and smoked this one today. Needless to say, Uber to the downside, and we hit that very profitable. I mean, we have a bunch of stocks that are very profitable today. Uber, just one of them near the top. I did want to talk about Roku. A lot of traders looking at Roku here today as well. Look, I am going to go short. We break 111 here, but I got to tell you that this is kind of a coronavirus play. So as the coronavirus gets worse and worse, you will see Roku probably holding up a little bit as more and more people. Now, it's just, I don't know if it should be a coronavirus play or not, but you do see it obviously tanking from 145 right back up. But look at the excitement. It comes back up now. As the world comes back into fruition, apparently, Roku falls down here, right? This is when most stocks have just been ripping up, but Roku on the way back down, thinking that everything's back to okay. I may actually go long here, Roku, now. This looks like a decent play for a long call here on Roku, maybe, guys, but it has to break above, what is this, 112.30. I would love it to break 112.50. I think that might be a little late, especially with the market down 3.3%. Roku, I'm still going to keep the short in there, but I am sort of holding on for dear life here. If we do go short, I'm not sure what to expect. I'm going to throw it back over, but I'm going to check on Boeing when it comes back.
I'm going to do this one here, guys. You don't have to be a genius to notice there's a bit of a resistance at the top in Genius Brands here when we double topped it at 375. You then put in a lower high here and then a big time rollover. So even if you missed the top a couple of times, even if you missed the consolidation, you shouldn't have. You're watching along here anyways, and we've been talking about it. You also had consolidation here below 350, and it finally took out that 325 buyer. I immediately snapped out of some shares here at 321. The reason for that is there was another big buyer showing up at 320. So I'll just keep getting this one out in front of every single big bid that I do see, and I'm going to stay net short in Genius Brands until it proves me wrong. It just hasn't happened yet, so I will continue to be short this name. I want to quickly put the position board up because I haven't done that in a while. Short Genius Brands now at 333 after we took that breakdown. That's our average price. I also have Hertz short at 210. That's giving me no reason to get it. I'll get out in front of 2, added a 2 break. Luckin, we're still short at 347. looking for about a 3/4 target there. Tailored hasn't moved. We're short at 128 in front of 130 there. Whiting, we're still short in the money at 172. And XSPA is literally doing nothing. And so it hasn't stopped me out, hasn't gone in the money. Just nothing happening with that boring stock there. Brennan, what do you got?
IZEA, we were talking about this one over the past couple of days. Another crazy high flyer over the past few sessions. Just getting a bit of a ramp treatment here to the upside. Broke 280 there on tons of volume that just came in. Another one moving to the upside, guys. IZEA.
I like that one. Look, Snotty Scotty there. I got nothing against anyone else's positions. If you like GNUS, fair enough. I'm short. I've been short the entire time. Look, if you want to run my stop and let me lose. We're already at money in the bag here. I think reasonably speaking, at least from my standpoint, if it gets back above, say, 345, 350, certainly you want to have some of your shares out there because ultimately I want to be able to short it in front of 375. And I have mentioned that if it ever got to that price, I'd break out long at 375 all day long. So look, if that's what you like to the long side, then look to see where I'm getting out of shorts, and maybe that's a good place for you to go long. It is what it is. You can take that for what it's worth. I'm going to continue to take profits in the 20s here and see if we can't get a move down to $3. I'd even love a break at 3. Take that one short as well, guys. So liking GNUS here. I do also want to get you guys back to a name that was interesting before. It's now back below $1, I should say. That HHT, but it's just not enough volatility. The volume is absolutely dried up to a crisp. So I am done with this one. We're one and done. It's a losing trade for me. If the volume doesn't continue, it's not worth it on some of these penny stocks or dollar stocks. You want to see continuation of the volume into lunchtime to trade it at this time of day.
Yeah, you probably saw me hit the siren there because it's a new trade alert. JP Morgan, we're short at the low of the day. What was the low of the day? It's still right here, 99.34. We're short on JPM right now. Looking like we're going to get some out, hopefully 25, sorry. We're bidding right now at 25. Can we get hit? And bang, there it is. A nice little win here. We go short side right now on JP Morgan. This is that little tick down short. My target is kind of breaking 99, but we will get some more out here ahead of 99. This is a decent real position on right now. The first time we've touched JP Morgan today. The banks are weak, so we're going to go short that one. Again, it's 11:40, guys. Join us after the show. We'll talk about that after, but what's up, Brendan?
Vroom here, guys. Haven't mentioned this one today yet. Don't think anyways. Just breaking downside. Tight little consolidation above that 45.70 area, just breaking to the downside. Also notice Carvana, kind of the same idea. Also breaking to the downside, CVNA, guys.
Yeah, that's going to be SSR if Vroom breaks 45. Short sell restriction is going to be in play. It's an obvious sort of break when you look at the chart, but it could be hard to get that one hitting the bid. So you might want to consider fading this one. If it bounces off 45, this consolidation here, it might be a better play to see if it pops into 45.50, 45.60, or 70. That way you can catch it on the way up, and then you don't miss out on a 45 break to the downside. So I think that's a decent idea there for Vroom. Otherwise, look, if 45 breaks, you have a stop order in. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. You sort of roll the dice. Obviously, it's a confirmation through 45 and maybe a higher percentage play. But you got to consider both ways when it's short sell restricted, guys.
And by the way, guys, who has this trade with me here? GPS. Look at this. We go short right here, and we still have it on. So short GPS on this volume break. We get out there at 10:04. Look where it is right now, 10:03 and change. We're going to put this guy on Twitter as well. And again, I put on my mistakes on Twitter as well. So if you guys want to get some research going, what kind of positions we have. But you guys know we hit this, and I told you it was a real position. I'll try to do the best I can, telling you guys when we have real shares on. We do have them on JP Morgan. We had them on GPS here, and that's about it, man. Macy's, we're down at the day's low again. We hit the confetti for this big trade on Macy's. Let's put up our trade board right now. We might as well. We haven't done this in a bit now, especially now that we do have this JP Morgan on. Give you guys another bit of a look. I hate having this many positions on at 11:42, but here we go. AAL, guys, 25-cent winner. CCL's out of the money, 25 cents. GPS, 15. Hertz, 30. JP Morgan flat right now. Macy's, 27. So, this is what we're doing. We're making that money today. Too many positions on for me right now, but we'll get out of some here. As you know, Macy's is kind of light, and so is Hertz. We've already cashed in a lot of this Hertz. Hertz was a great trade from up here, guys. So we shorted that. Once that broke, we saw the false breakout here at 250. It didn't break out. It tried to go to 250, stops, comes back down. We give it about 10 pennies, and then your boy just hits the sell, and we cash that that in. So nice little trade here to the downside. GPS going more for us. Let's see if it breaks through $10, guys.
Yeah, actually going to have to make sure we get the locates on Vroom. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure we get those because that little bounce off 45 did happen. I'll show you what the problem is, though. Look at that spread, 60 penny spread on Vroom. So you got to open up your risk a little bit. You're risking minimum $1 every single trade you make. Just getting in, you're probably risking $1. A couple of ticks is going to get you that quick time. One stock that I haven't mentioned in a while, and like Sean, I feel like I have a few too many positions on as well, given this time of day. But I am still going to take that Vroom if we get a break at 45. But Whiting is continuing to consolidate here. So every little dip down, we'll get some out in front of 160. We'll maintain our stop. I'm not moving it. I'll keep it at 180. I'm still short at about $1.72 here. It's been 173, 172 shorts. If it breaks VWAP here, I want to make sure I have some out. I do have a lonely target bid down here, just on the off chance it ever got down to the low of day here, below the low of day, which is 120. I don't want to miss out on that. But again, realistically, we take the bulk out in front of 150, and then 150, which was a break to the upside, would turn into sort of another breakdown. So I would take most of this off in front of that 150 mark, and then if that broke, we try to add to our position on the way down in Whiting as the market just continues to slide to the downside here.
Yeah, we actually got some out there, JP Morgan, in the, 21? Not 20, what was that? What's the low here? 99 and change. We're giving this back here, 99. It's going against us now. So like I said, we talked about all of our trades. So 99.60 is going to be our stop. It actually comes close to that. And now it comes right back to a flat trade again. So here we go, guys. We take some more out of GPS. JP Morgan's a big spot for us. Our CCL there falls down, and we talked about getting out there once that does break the day's low. So CCL, a relatively small position, but either way, it's arrows down for that one. We're negative on it today. Can't remember the last day we were negative on CCL, but again, this was a big trade breaking back upside. We tried to hold some longs here. It didn't want to do it. You can see what the market's doing. CCL right now just wants to go down. So does AAL. So we have that AAL on, and we now dump out of our CCL, but that's not a good look for us today. CCL negative.
Yeah, and the Luckin continues to go down, but I don't want to get caught with my pants down here. So it bounces a couple of times off of 330, and I'll get some out in front of 330. It's a 350 short. I didn't short this pop, as I mentioned to you guys after we got out at 330 the first time. I was looking to short it again at 45 to 50. It stalled out at 43, so no re-entry there. That's the reason why. Obviously looks like I should have, but you have to have rules and stick to them. I'm going to get out some more shares at 331 in front of this 330 buyer that I see on level 2. It's just about 50,000 shares or so, maybe a little bit more than that. So it's not a huge amount given 20 million in volume on the day. But for me, that's going to be enough to take some more shares off. If 330 breaks, at that point, we'll look to get out in front of low of day. Otherwise, we're still shorting pops into VWAP on Luckin Coffee, which is one of 6 short positions we have on right now, all of which are in the money, with the exception of our good friend, and by good friend I mean not my friend at all, XSPA. Yeah, that's what we call sideways action. Not in the money, not out of the money, just doing absolutely nothing. Boring stock, up 170% and not even moving. That's a little bit ridiculous to me. But thankfully, Hertz, Luckin, GNUS are on the move, and Whiting Petroleum as well. All shorts in the money for us right now, working out pretty well. If you're looking at TDOC, I got away from the long this one near the high of day. I have not shorted it.
JP Morgan.
But that was a huge miss through 184. Watch that breakout to that.
Yeah, JP Morgan, bang, 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 bang. Keeps on happening here, guys. JP Morgan breaks through 99. Big trade alert on that one. We just gave that one to you. I hope you guys shorted Roku, because look at what we did again. 80 cents in the money on this Roku short as the futures crack down. Roku to the downside again. Yeah, we get excited because guess what, guys? We've got this trade on as well. Roku, I gave that one to you. Look at this, a bunch of outs here, but we're holding on 50% still on our Roku position down here. 50 cents, 80 cents. This just keeps on going downside. JP Morgan heading to the downside. So yeah, look, I've given you $8 on Nikola. Here's 50 cents on JP Morgan. Here's 80 cents on Roku. Here's 40 cents on Macy's. Here's 30 cents on Hertz. Here's 15 cents on GPS. Here's 24 cents on AAL. Welcome, guys. We are here. We're coming back every single day. And guess what, guys? It's not quite time, but it's almost time. I can't do it. We're going to hit it now, but it's going to be fruit salad time soon, guys. The fruit salad is back in the building. I'm not going to eat it right now. Too many trades to get out of, but fruit salad is here. It's 11:47. Let's get out of some of these monsters, guys.
Absolutely. And speaking of monsters, Luckin about to break 330. We're going to chat it on there, but I'm just going to let you guys know when that break happens, we're looking to take that one off at 315. If you can catch 30, 40 cents on Luckin, a $350 stock, you do that all day, every day. Watch out for Lakeland here. It's sideways consolidation holding up for now. It's up 10%, but this one gives up through 21. This one could flush as well. You saw what T-Doc just did. A very similar type of thing setting up here in Lakeland. It's not going to hold a 15, 20 cent range for very long, even though it's lunchtime. 21 break downside on Lakeland coming in any second now. I do think with the market sliding back in, profit taking will come into play, and the next stop down would be 20. So dollar worth of upside if you take that short break on Lakeland at 21. But it is, wow, it's already 10 to noon here. That means Brendan, what do you got for us, bud?
MGM, guys, moving back to the downside here. We mentioned a couple of these today. Caesars was the other one, showing a little more strength than this, but just breaking this last little pivot here. 1830 MGM now 11% to the downside. Big move up yesterday. Obviously, they were talking about reopening some casinos. Have a look at MGM, some volume still to the downside. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We appreciate the likes today. Hit subscribe as well, guys. We are under 100, or 1,000, I should say, from 40,000 subscribers. So help us out. Let's get to 40,000 subscribers, guys. If you haven't hit subscribe, do so. We would very much appreciate it. Let's go back to the guys.
I found out here, okay, so I'm not even really sure. Yeah, subscribe. Yeah, good job there, guys. Make sure you subscribe, 40,000. We do have Market Wisdom coming up here. This is what she made, apparently. I don't even know what these are. They look like monsters. Oh, yeah, they're fruit monsters. So you got the eyes here, a little bit of mouth open up there. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. But not only is that fruit salad, thank you, my sweetheart. Enjoy those. Maybe save one for me, but we'll also have our fruit salad. And today's fruit salad brought to you by Everything Orange. As you can see, a lot of cantaloupe. Not too colorful today. Orange, green. Oh, there's mango. Okay, there we go. Code word today, mango, guys, is your code word. But look at these positions. I'm going to throw this on. Thank you for the love on the chat, guys. I guess if this job doesn't turn out, yeah, I could be an auctioneer, but I've been here 18 years, and I don't think anybody wants me to go anywhere, but maybe they do. We will see. If I'm not here tomorrow, you know why. Here we go, guys. 70-cent winner. These are the new positions down there. That Roku's a new one, and I gave it to you like 10 minutes before it broke, so hopefully you have that with me as well. JP Morgan's a 45-cent winner. Everything else, this is what's on the board. I don't like to be like this, but look at those shorts. Everything short. We talk about that, so we're pretty light on some of them, but Roku, big trade. JP Morgan, big trade as JP Morgan still going down. Let's take some more off here. We're at the day's low. Thank you for a 50-cent winner. That's like a glove.
And if you don't know where that is from, that's another shout out to Canada. Drop it in the chat here if you know where that line is from. Like a Glove, classic movie, probably in his better days. If you're curious about who that is, I want to get back to that Teladoc. It's continuing to hold lower here. We were bullish before, and it obviously had a nice little win on a breakout to the upside. But if it has any kind of trouble getting back above that 183, add that to the list of things that we can be shorting in the afternoon. But I'm more concerned with Lakeland. We just mentioned this one. Sorry, that's JP Morgan. I meant to go to Lakeland. They're next to each other on the chart there. It tried to break through 21 here. Snapped right back in, bouncing off VWAP. So I think what you got to do is look at 21.25 as an obvious stop. Give it about to 50. But I think shorting right here is worth the risk reward with the market continuing to slide to the downside. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 6 positions on, all short. All working out for us in the money. I don't want to recap them again over and over. But somebody was mentioning about HHT. I'm away from that one. I think it's an interesting breakout play to the long side, despite the fact that I've only been calling short on it all day long. A 120 level looks reasonable to me. If it gets to that price, I think you got a 10, 15% move to the upside minimum if it can do that in the afternoon. But these runners haven't been as good today, if you haven't noticed. That's why we've been mostly a net short all morning long and profiting from all of that. One more to get you guys to energy space, guys. Whiting continuing its slide to the downside. I'm not taking anything off until it gets down in front of VWAP. At that point, I'm taking shares off at 150. I'm adding to my position if 150 breaks. If this holds below 180, you're not getting me out of this short. Very similar to GNUS. You'll hold the short as long as it holds the trend, as long as it holds your key level. You're hanging on to that short trade. You can add to it when it breaks down through other key prices. Looking for a retracement here. It was a great trade to the long side. It was fantastic, guys. We said it might go to $2. Took it out top end at 191. Now we're turning short on Whiting. Just got to go with the price action.
Yeah, and it looks like, guys, the show's going to be over very soon. I did want to give a shout out to the Lucky Frog. I don't even remember I don't know, can't remember. I don't even remember the last time. What are you guys even doing? I don't even remember the last time that we were negative on the show. So here we go, guys. Big time move there for the Frog. So ever since that Frog, Eric, you know what that's about. The Lucky Frog has been lucky, needless to say. We take out our Hertz. That's a 25-cent winner. Did I say 25 cents? 35-cent winner there on Hertz off of this 37 short there. So we get out. Nice little trade, 31 cents there on Hertz. We're just going to get out before $2. It's a pretty light trade, needless to say. Yeah, and by the way, Roku, ciao, see you later. So we'll hit this. We'll go on Roku there. If I get a laugh from Valeria, then I know I'm doing okay. I think I've been the only one to ever make Brendan laugh as well, and that's a good smile there. Thank you, Valeria, for that. So we just keep going downside. Now JP Morgan making it go. Macy's. Rain down the money here on Macy's, guys. We've been talking this name all day long. Shout out to anybody short retail. I just tweeted that out as well, how much we hate retail. And yeah, there it goes, down, down, down. I wanted to buy some calls on some puts on retail a couple days ago. Missed it though. What'd that be?
Another one to look at here, guys. Moderna, just notice we're back above that resistance level, 63.25. There was a seller there for most of the morning. We're back above that, just holding now as support. Gave you obviously a great opportunity long that we mentioned through 64, but we're starting to poke back up for Moderna. The news on that one, again, if you missed it at the beginning of the show, July start date for a final human trial for their phase 3 human trial for their COVID-19 vaccine set for July. Guys.
Yeah, I think it's going to be worth a look, maybe in the afternoon or something like that. But I want to get back to Grubhub. Just because we thought that it might make a base at that 61. It's double bottom there. I think you can buy at will in front of that price. Now that things are closed over in London, you won't get any price action from Just Eat unless you're watching it over in the pink sheet. So it'll probably stabilize and start giving you some buy opportunities in the low 61 range, and then work that one sort of up to like 62, 62.50 or so. You're scalping those trades for 40 to 60 cents, maybe 80 tops. But like I keep saying, we're hanging on to shorts that are in the money. That's the name of the game. Well, only a couple of minutes to go. I will update the position board to see what we have on going into lunchtime and going into the end here, guys. So it's basically all short. Our last position on GNUS was adding at a 330 break, so that's now at 328. We've been shorting since 375 on that one. Hertz, we're short at 210. I'll be out of that one only if it gets to that 2 even mark, then adding to that position on a break of 2 even. Luckin Coffee's in the money, of course, at 347 short. And Taylor's not moving, but Whiting, we're still short here at $1.72. We like this one, but it has to break 160, and then we'll take it off in front of 150, and then we'll add at a 150 break. Hopefully we get down to 120, 125, usually a key level on Whiting.
Yeah, good. And I did want to give a shout out here as we get ready to end the show. Coming up soon after the show, we have talked about this a bit, but if you're just joining us now, let's put this macro up and have a quick look here. Opening auction video right now. Premier, yeah, that's okay. Have my screen up there. We'll answer questions on opening auction video, followed by Cabin CEO coming up at 1 p.m. So join us on our Market Wisdom channel. But I did want to give a big shout out to Jerry today. Thank you so much, Jerry Escato, for all of those super chats. And I did want to give a note. Look, I'm a long-term holder and bull on pretty much most of the big cap stocks, and including JP Morgan. I love this name, and it hurts me so much today. It doesn't hurt me, but it pains me to see, I guess, that JP Morgan is down that 7%. But for the shorting of the show and for talking about trades and putting some money in our pockets as day traders, I do love this short, and we hit it, and we cashed out for sure. So JP Morgan, big win there. I am a long-term bull on many of these names, not the retail and not the airlines, but everything else, very, very bullish on everything, generally speaking. What's up, Brendan? All
right, guys. Yeah, a couple minutes to go here. We're going to have a look at some earnings that are coming up, but just want to give you a heads up again. As soon as 12:01 hits, everybody's going to jump over to Market Wisdom for our premiere of our latest education video on opening auctions. For now, though, let's have a look at earnings that are set to come after market tonight and or before the open tomorrow. Yeah, not a lot up there, but a couple guys that might be worth a trade tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. Look, I don't know. Party City, we'll see about that one, to be perfectly honest with you. Adobe might be a play. I'm not terribly excited when you see an earnings board like that. Why? Because every single morning this week, I've come in and been overwhelmed by symbols. My list of stocks that I'm watching is twice what it usually is. And my number of positions at this time of day, to be sitting in 6 positions to the short side is a lot for me. And there's just no shortage of names that are in play, gapping upside, downside. So I'm not going to be digging into earnings too much tomorrow. I think my focus is going to be what was moving, what are at some key levels, and where are the gappers. And there comes Hearst down to that too, guys. So watch out. Also approaching that 160 mark is Whiting. So watch for that breakdown as well. We're short both those names.
And yeah, we're just chilling out here, enjoying the fruit salad. We're basically flat. I hope you enjoyed the show, guys. It's been a big one today. Thank you for all the love on Twitter. Thank you for all the love on the chat as we go. It's been a big day. Hertz just does break $2, so bang on that one. Everybody loving the Hertz trade. Macy's, the retail just keeps going down. $6.96 now. Wow, was not expecting that, but big day here. I love that name in the middle there, Lululemon. We'll see what happens tomorrow on Lulu earnings. You know I'll be trading that. We love the big names. Valeria.
Hey guys, we're with you today almost for the whole day. Right after the show, join our premiere video, and at 1 p.m. join us for the live interview. Guys, thank you very much for all of your supports, your likes, subscriptions, and for joining us. Jerry, shout out, you're my super chat here today. And guys, as usual, I'm seeing what national day is today. So happy corn on the cob day. Thanks. What cob is?
They don't have corn on the cob, I guess, in Russia there, Valeria, but corn on the cob, yeah, it's great. It's exactly what that is. You need to throw down the butter on that, and well, maybe just a little bit, but definitely salt and pepper. We're loving corn on the cob right now in my place. You can also actually, I don't know, Brendan, maybe you do this as well, but you can barbecue. You can
Absolutely. That's where I was going.
Yeah, exactly. You put the husk on.
In the husk, on the barbecue, no other way.
I will say this though, when you do it really, really well, you don't really need any butter at all. I think when you have a great corn on the cob, I'll actually go without oftentimes. So you can't go wrong. It's a staple for a barbecue. You've got to have it. Right before we get out of here, just one more time, want to make sure you guys know what is coming up. We're going to throw it on here. We do have, of course, our educational video coming on our Market Wisdom channel. Valeria's got that link. We're talking about opening auctions, guys. It's going to be an important one. Then remember, Live to Real, KABN North America president and co-founder David Lukic are going to be coming on. Monetizing digital identity will be the topic there. So tune in at 1 o'clock for that. It's been a fantastic day today. Obviously, we had a lot of fun. I had corn in the cob twice this week already, so I don't know if we'll have it again today. But for the entire team here, Valeria, thank you for handling all the social and doing such an awesome job there. Sean, dig into that fruit salad. You definitely deserve it. I got to get some of that because mango's never been there before. Excited to see how that's going to taste. And Brendan Wickens is always doing a fantastic job for us, giving all those fast-moving names and those pop-ups on the news to keep you guys abreast of what's happening. I'm Neil Roberts. There's that Brendan. And you know what? Soon, you're going to be able to get that Brendan Wickens on the T-shirt or the hoodie. I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trade TV Live, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The wrong link, Valeria. No, oh my gosh, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. So the 12th. Look at the date. Premiering in 23 hours.